Thank you. afternoon, everybody. We're going to get the sale started. We've still got a few people registering, but they'll be in before we start selling, I'm pretty sure. How many of you have never ever been to one of these sales before and you're just terrified you're about ready to do something really stupid? Some of you will. We're going to go through the rules and regulations of the sale before we conduct it, make sure everybody's on the same page. We would rather discuss something with you before the sale than argue with you about it afterward. You have to have a valid photo ID in order to bid today. You must be registered. You have to have that red bid card in order to place a bid. When you bid today, you're accepting the rules of sale. They are printed in the book, in that fine little print. There it's in the front cover, about 4 or 5 pages back. Take a look at that while you're waiting for your parcel to come up today. When you bid, you're agreeing to those rules. People that are buying online today have slightly different rules because they are bidding online. Those are listed in the frequently asked questions section of the website. They can take a look at those. Sometimes on specific parcels we will have specific rules that apply just to that parcel. If there are any of those, we'll mention those at the time of the individual parcel sale. These properties have all been through a foreclosure process. They've been through a court foreclosure, circuit court for Saginaw County. There's been a multiple year, multiple office effort at making notice to everybody that had interest in these properties. We've sent them all kinds of tax bills and notices and warning letters and all sorts of things like that. Every piece of property has been personally visited by somebody as a representative of the Treasurer's office to make sure that the people that were occupying the property knew of the tax foreclosure process. We've sent certified letters, we've had court hearings, we've published it in the newspaper, we've been to court on this. Everybody was sent plenty of notice that said they had until March 31st to pay. If they didn't pay, they lost their interest in the property. We've gone out and seen the judge. You all remember the judge? We asked the judge to give us a court order, a decree, and it's been done. That court order says that everybody that had an ownership interest in these properties, people that had deeds, land contracts, mortgages, security agreements, construction liens, tax liens, old utility bills, condo and property owner associations, they're all out. They're all gone. Anybody that had a deeded or land contract interest or a security position in these properties had that interest voided by the court as of March 31st. They've wiped them away. There's a judgment to that effect on record in the Circuit Court for Saginaw County. Some things are not affected by a tax foreclosure. They remain. You'll have to deal with these in the future if you buy a problem, or not if you buy a problem. If you buy, some of you are going to do that today too. If you buy a property, you're going to have these things still in play. If there are easements on the property, they're still in place. That includes easements to the property or easements across this property that are in favor of somebody else getting to theirs. If the mineral rights are held by third parties, if a former owner kept them or sold them to somebody else, they're still split off. If the last owner of this property had the mineral rights, you get them today. If they didn't have them, you don't. If it's in something like a condominium or some area that has a homeowners or property owners association, their regulations still apply. They're also still subject to zoning, local ordinance, and very importantly, building codes. Those don't go away. Please know what you're buying. We sell a lot of this property. We sell a couple thousand pieces of this property in about 60 days every year here in the state of Michigan. Everything is being sold in exactly the condition it's in right now, even if it's on fire. So please make sure that you know what you're bidding on. Don't bid on something you haven't seen. Don't bid on something based on some kind of third-hand information, something somebody told you. Everything is sold by quitclaim deed today. There's no guarantee that you can get title insurance on it. It's sold as is, where is, in its present condition at the time of sale, with all of its faults and defects, whether they're known or unknown. There are no guarantees, no warranties, no representations made of any kind, except that you are buying the property as it is described in the book that you've got in your hands. What you're buying today is the legal description of land. It's either a subdivision name and a lot number, it's a measured description, it's a condominium or subdivision unit as described in the book that you've got. You are not buying a photograph, you're not buying an address, you're not buying a text description, you're not buying what your brother-in-law is telling you is there. You're buying the legal description of property listed in the book that's in your hands. These properties can contain a lot of problems. We're going to be selling a lot of old houses today that were built before the middle 1970s. They might have lead-based paint in them. If it has lead-based paint, our advice to you is please don't pick it and eat it. It's not good for you. You can also find asbestos, infestations of things like cockroaches and termites, urea formaldehyde foam insulation, frozen plumbing, leaking roofs, bad foundations, property line disputes, water lines that are full of rust and don't work anymore. No extra charge for any of those things. That piece of property right there on your screen, that one is located in the Upper Peninsula. That's near Bruce Crossing in Ontonagon County, way at the far western end of the Upper Peninsula. That piece of property, in my 17 years of selling these things, is the only one that I've ever seen that has every problem on that list. I've never seen another one that does. We've sold that piece of property in the last 17 years 3 times. Because people don't pay attention, they're bidding on something because they think they're getting a good deal, and they end up with that. We were in the Upper Peninsula last week conducting this year's sale, and guess what? It's back. Nobody bought it, but if you'd like to, there's another sale still coming. Please know what you're bidding on. Once you bid on it here today, if you do your homework after you bought it, if you didn't look at it, if you relied on bad information, there are no refunds. This ain't Walmart. You can't bring it back. When we sell property, here's how we're going to do it. Everybody's got a copy of that book. We sent you by one of the clerks out there that asked you what parcels you were interested in. There's a reason for doing that, and you can see the reason if you look around the room. We have more people than we have chairs. We have some properties that have a lot of interest. I haven't seen the list yet. They're still out there finishing it, but I'll bet we've got a few pieces of property in that book that have 20 or 30 or 40 people here to bid on them. We're going to sell those pieces first. The most popular pieces, the ones that have a lot of bodies here chasing them, are going to get moved to the front of the sale, and then once we're finished with those, it'll probably be 8 or 10 pieces. That's usually about the number that works out. We're going to sell the most popular pieces first. Once those are done, then we're going to go back to the beginning of the book. We're going to sell them in the order that they're listed in the book. We're going to skip the pieces nobody wants. There's stuff in that book a lot of people want. There's stuff in that book that 2 or 3 people want. There's stuff in that book that 1 person wants. There's a whole bunch of pieces in that book that nobody in their right mind would want. We're going to skip those pieces. It makes the sale go faster. We have people ask all the time, how long is the sale going to take? We don't know. We've had them run till 12:15. We've had them run till 11:30 at night. It all depends on the process and how many people are bidding and exactly how it's organized. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sell the real popular pieces first. That's going to probably clear out half the people in this room. Then we're going to go back to the beginning of the book, sell them in order. We're going to skip the pieces nobody's here to bid on. Before we skip each piece, we're going to ask if anybody's changed their mind, if anybody has shown up that wants to bid on it. If nobody's interested, we're not opening them up. We're not going to look at pictures. If you haven't seen something with your own 2 eyes, the worst thing you can do is buy it on a picture on a screen. Keep your hands in your pockets. You'll be a lot happier that way. When we open a piece of property up for bidding, here's exactly how it works. Everybody's got a copy of the sale book. In that book, you're going to see the minimum bid. That's not a number we just made up out of thin air. That's what that piece of property owes the county treasurer. That's the back taxes. That's the cost of the foreclosure process. That's mowing lawns or boarding up windows or various things that might have had to have been done. Sometimes we've had to defend something in court before it goes to sale. Whatever that piece of property owes the county is that minimum bid. We're going to open up either at that number. We cannot sell anything for less than that price today. We won't be selling anything for less than that price at all. Anything that does not sell today, there is not a second sale where it can be bought individually. Not at an auction. So any piece of property, once it's opened up at that minimum bid, we're going to increase the bidding by the numbers you see on the screen. If we open something up and it's $3,000, that's between $1,000 and $999. The bidding will increase by at least $100 at a crack in round numbers. $3,000, $3,100, $3,200, $3,300, not $30, $80. You don't get to pick up your numbers. They go in round numbers. People bidding online have to bid in these increments, so it's only fair that you do as well. The exception to opening at the minimum bid is where we already have a bid online. These properties have been available for bidding on the website until 11 o'clock this morning. I have a list of all of those bids right in front of me. I know how many bids I have for each piece, if I have any at all, and I know how high they will go and where they start. If I already have a bid online that's higher than the minimum bid in your book, we're going to start at the higher online bid and then come in the room, and then when everybody here is done, we'll come back and deal with the online bidders. But the bid increments are going to be going up by at least $50, $100, or $250, depending on where the bid is at that moment. You guys in the room can do something that the bidders online can't do, and that's called jumping the bid. The bidders online can only go up one increment, just those ones on the screen, one increment at a time. They just have to keep clicking their button to get their bid to go higher. You guys can do something called jumping the bid. You'll see how that works when we open up our favorite properties. Instead of going up just $50 or $100 at a time, if we've got a bid on a piece of property open and a lot of people in the room are after it and you really like it, you can stand up in the back of the room and shout out $82,000. That's called jumping the bid, and you'll get my immediate undivided attention. We also sometimes will increase the bids. If it's obvious that we've got something that's going to end up a long ways from where we're at the moment, I will ask if people want to voluntarily jump the bid. We sold a house down in Livingston County the other day. We were going up $5,000 for each increment. We went from like $25,000 to $160,000 like bam. We don't want to be here till 11:30 tonight. We doubt you do either. It'll all be obvious how this all works after you've seen us sell a couple pieces. This is important. If you're new to the sale, or even if you're not new to the sale, maybe you haven't paid attention to this before. There is a law in the state of Michigan about who is and is not allowed to buy at these sales. We have people coming to every single sale that don't pay attention when I'm telling them about this. They end up in trouble. Here's what that law is. Michigan law says that if you own property in Saginaw County, if you have anything to do with a piece of property in Saginaw County and the taxes are delinquent, you can't bid today. This includes holding something under an LLC. This includes property that you own with somebody else, even if you don't think it's your personal responsibility to pay the taxes. If the taxes on that property are not current, you can't bid today. If you bid anyway, we're going to cancel your sale, and you might end up in criminal trouble. There's a penalty for it that we'll discuss in a minute. This also includes people that have unpaid civil fines. If you haven't mowed your grass, if you have properties with broken windows or junk cars in the yard or other things going on, and the city or village has to clean up after you and they send you a bill and you don't pay for it, you can't bid today either.
Could you please take a phone call outside? Thank you.
That'd be fine. If you've been banned in the past, you can't be bidding today either. So basically, the state has said this: if you're not a responsible property owner, your sale is going to be canceled today, and there's a criminal penalty for ignoring that rule that we'll talk about in a minute. That includes having somebody bid for you. If you send somebody to the sale and it becomes very obvious that they're buying for somebody that's delinquent, the sale's going to be canceled, and you're both going to end up in trouble. You can't have somebody come in and buy something and have them pay with your check. You can't have anything to do with buying property today if you have any property that is delinquent in Saginaw County. It's very easy for you to figure out if you have delinquent taxes. If all of the tax bills on your desk at home are from a city or village or township and you pay them promptly when you get them, you're good to go. If you have anything on your desk at home that's a tax bill from the county treasurer or from a company called Title Check, you shouldn't be here today. You can't bid. This includes property that's co-owned with other people. If you own a piece of property with some of your siblings and somebody else is supposed to be paying the taxes and they didn't get around to it on time, you can't bid today because you are a part owner of the property. This is one right here that catches a lot of people. If you have property you've sold to somebody else on a land contract, they're supposed to be paying the taxes. If you are holding the deed and they're making payments to you and the taxes are not current, you can't bid today. It's against the law for you to do so. We have several kinds of bidders today. We have you guys here bidding in the room. We have bids that came in over the website on the internet before 11 o'clock today. I've got a list of those right in front of me. We have people that are bidding live online against you in real time. On top of that projector, there's a camera on a tripod. They can see and hear the auction in real time all over the planet. They've given us a $1,000 pre-authorization on a credit card. We've verified their identity. There's no fake IDs. We know who they are. We can prove that we know who they are. Those people can bid against you in real time as well. I'll remind the people watching the audio and video feed online, do not use it as your frame of reference for what's happening in the room. There is a delay. Sometimes, depending on where you are, it could be a minute or two. You might be bidding on the wrong piece of property, and you don't want to do that. So please use the text on your screen for your frame of reference for what's happening in the room at the moment. Small print in the rules and regulations. We're not going to go through all of them, but here's the nitty-gritty of it. So this is a legally binding contract you enter into today. If you bid on something and win it, we expect you to pay for it. There are no tie bids. Any bid not received at the time of sale is not a valid bid. We do not reopen the bidding on demand. It's your job to see that your bid gets through. If we're selling something and you're nervous about whether or not you're going to be seen, move right down front for that piece. There will be some chairs by the time we get a few parcels into the sale. My favorite rule is that the decision of the auctioneer are final. You have to pay, and you have to pay in full today. There's no closing date, there's no down payment, there's no interest rate. When you buy something today, we expect that you came with the funds to pay for it, and you can do so within about 30 minutes of the end of the auction. If you can't pay today and you can't pay in full today, you should not be bidding. If you're bidding online, you have a very short period of time, not weeks or months, to send that money in. You'll get an email within 24 hours. If you don't see it in your email box, check your spam filter. If it's not there, call the office immediately. Don't wait a week or two to make first contact if you don't receive anything. The first $1,000 you give us today has to be in the form of certified funds. It's a non-refundable deposit. You buy something, you give us a $1,000 certified funds check, you give us a check from your personal or business account for the balance, and if your check bounces, your first $1,000 is gone. It's in the Saginaw County Employee Christmas Party Fund for 2017. You don't get it back and you don't get the property. First $1,000 is certified funds. The balance over that, we will take personal or business checks, money orders, cashier's checks, or credit cards. We take Visa, MasterCard, and Discover Card only. We do not take Diners Club. We don't take American Express. We don't take any Meyer gas cards here today. Just Visa, MasterCard, and Discover. We don't take cash. We used to take cash. We got burned a couple times by people printing their own. Yeah, so we don't take that anymore. It's always somebody's got to goof up a good thing. If you're bidding today, and we kind of buzz up a few of them too, I'll guarantee you some of that money you never know where it's been. What are you going to pay? Here's how the math works when you buy something today. We're going to arrive at a final bid price here in the room. There are three things added to the bid price. There's a 10% buyer premium. That's the cost of the auction. It's $30 to have your deed recorded in Michigan, regardless of the number of pages now. We take it to the Register of Deeds. They make an image of it. They index it in their system. They send it back to you. So that's what that charge is for. Also, Michigan law now says that if you buy property at the sale, before you get the deed, you have to pay the 2017 summer tax. So we're just going to collect that from you today to save a whole bunch of back and forth seesawing on how that gets done. The summer tax amount for each property is listed in the sale book right below the description of the property. So when you buy something today, it's going to be the final bid price, 10%, $30, and the summer tax bill. If you're using a credit card, they charge 2.75% for the amount that you put on the card. We're going to be adding that to what you are paying, basically just passing that fee along to you. When it's time to check out, if you need to leave the building, if you have to go to the bank to get a cashier's check to pay for your purchases, before you leave, let the clerks outside know what your bidder number is and how long it's going to take for you to come back. They'll collect your cell phone number so we can get in contact with you if you don't seem to be showing up. They can give you the exact amount to the penny so that you know your math is correct. Do your paperwork before you get in line. If you have not already done it online, there is a form that's in your book for those of you that have not given us the information on the website as to the names and addresses of the people you want listed on the deed to the property. If you buy something today, you're going to get a deed. We need to know what names and addresses to put on it. Please use your full legal names, the way they appear on driver's licenses or other legal documents. Don't use nicknames. Use the address where you want the tax bill sent in the future. Very important, if you put somebody else's name on this form other than yours, make sure they don't have delinquent taxes. If you're going to be deeding some property to yourself and a relative or a business partner and they have delinquent taxes in Saginaw County, your sale is going to be canceled. You don't want that to happen. You might want to make a phone call and check with anybody whose name you put on this that is not here to talk to in person. So that form, fill it out before you get in line. It keeps things running a lot smoother if we don't have people up there filling out forms at the last minute. One of the things you need to tell us on that deed information, if you're buying property with somebody else and you're not married to them, is what happens if somebody dies. We're required by Michigan law on a deed vesting title to property and names to indicate what happens as far as successors or heirs in the event that one of the part owners of the property passes away. If you find that deed information form, on the next page, you'll see something that says tenancy. That's the legal term for co-ownership of property. Those options are on the screen. They're in your book. If you're deeding property today to more than one person and they're not married, you need to tell us which one of those options you choose. When you leave today, you're not going to be leaving here today with a copy of the deed. It hasn't even been created yet. We have to wait for everybody's checks to clear, then we create the deed, we send them to the treasurer's office. Tim does his John Henry on them, we take them over to the Register of Deeds office, they record them, make an image of them, type it into their computer system, and then they mail it back to you, and that's going to take about 5 or 6 weeks. What you're going to leave here with today is a receipt. Your receipt is your contract of purchase today. They're going to give it to you to look at before they ask you to sign it. We want you to go through the receipt very carefully. Pay close attention to the way that your name is spelled, the address, the list of properties you bought. It's going to be indicated by that 4-digit lot number in the left-hand column in your sale book. If your receipt has a different 4-digit number in it than the one that you think you bought, surprise, 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 you're going to be getting a deed to the wrong property. You don't want that to happen. Make sure everything on the receipt is correct, the spelling, addresses, the listing of property, the math, make sure it's all right before you sign it. Don't wait till you get home to take a good look at it. You're going to be agreeing that you agree to the terms of the sale, the rules and regulations and things we're talking about now. You're agreeing that you're buying the property as is. And when you get there and discover that the floor in the living room is now in the basement, that you can't bring it back. Everything is being sold exactly the way it is. Here's an important one. I told you a second ago that you don't have the deed for about 5 weeks, could be a month and a half. Under the law, until that deed is in your hands, you are not the owner of the property. The county is still the owner of the property. And the law specifically gives the treasurer the authority to cancel today's sale and issue you a refund if we discover after the sale there was an error, there was a reason that legally we were not permitted to sell the property, somebody was protected by a bankruptcy, protected by a guardian, something that we were not aware of. If your sale gets canceled, what you get back is what you paid today and not a penny more. Don't make any improvements to these properties until you have the deed in your hands. Because the treasurer is the owner until you have the deed, technically we should tell you that you can't enter these properties until you have it. That's a month and a half from now. We've been doing this an awful long time. We know that we could tell you that 14 times. We could make you sign 3 pieces of paper and undertake a blood oath in the lobby, and you're going to be inside those houses by 5 o'clock today anyway. Right? I'm not making that up. So, here's the deal. We are giving you possession of the property today, but it's for very specific purposes, and you're agreeing to this in writing. Those purposes are security, maintenance, and inspection only. You can go into the property. If it's unoccupied, you have our permission to change the locks. If it's got broken windows, board them up. You can scratch and sniff and measure and look and take the flashlight and look at all the frozen plumbing you just bought. You can do all of those sorts of things. You do not have permission to start making improvements. You do not have permission to move in. You have permission to enter the premises for purposes of maintenance, security, and inspection only. And in exchange for that permission, you're going to be releasing the county from any kind of liability for injury, loss, or damage. You walk in, kitchen floor feels a little springy, you start doing that, next thing you know you're laying on the basement floor with a broken arm. That's on you. You're releasing the county from injury, loss, or damage claims. You leave your table saw there and somebody takes off with it. That's all on you. If you enter today, you don't have to, but we know you're going to anyway. If you enter prior to receiving the deed in the mail, you're doing so entirely at your own risk. If you do spend any money on it and your sale is canceled, which happens very seldom, if your sale's canceled, what you get back is what you paid today and not 1 penny more. We told you about this, the very last part of your checkout process when you're going through your receipt with the clerks out there. They're going to ask you to make a sworn statement. That's the legal technical term. You're going to be making a sworn statement that says, I do not have anything to do with any property in Saginaw County with delinquent taxes. I'm not hiding my 14 rentals under some partnership name. I'm telling you the truth, is what you're telling the clerks out there. They are notary publics. You're making a sworn statement for it before a witness of the government. If you misrepresent your status on delinquent taxes in Saginaw County to the clerks, they have a little name for it in the law. It's called perjury. It's just like lying to the judge. It will get you in much, much trouble. Lying to the clerks out there is just like lying to a police officer. It's just like lying under oath to a judge. It's called perjury, and perjury in Michigan is a felony. That always makes the room quiet. If you're buying property here today, don't do it if you have any property in this county that you are remotely associated with in any way that has delinquent taxes, because we're going to find out. We're going to look. Your sale's going to get canceled. We're going to take your file and ship it upstairs to the prosecuting attorney's office with a request that they take a good look at it for a felony process on perjury. So just don't do it. It's just not worth it. In the back of your book, you're going to see something that looks like that's the Michigan Property Transfer Affidavit. I'm going to try to save you some money here in a couple of ways. A lot of these properties, the tax assessments on them are too high. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it except the assessor. You're about to let him know it. This is a form you send the assessor's office in the city, village, or township where the property you buy today is located. You have 45 days to send it in. If you don't send it in, they can fine you $200. You're going to tell them your name and address. You're going to identify the property you bought today, a separate form for each piece that you buy. You're going to tell them you bought it from the Saginaw County Treasurer. You're going to tell them how much you paid for it, that you bought it today, that you bought it for cash. It was not a finance deal. And then theoretically, they're going to go out and reassess the property. But please, make sure you send this in. It's in your book. If you need to, just make copies of it anywhere that you can get a copy made. You can scan it, copy it on your computer at home. There are a bunch of check boxes on the bottom of the half of that form. None of those apply, even if you think that they do. We've looked at this form 100 times. There's one on there that says something about a tax sale, but it talks about redemption from a tax sale. You're not redeeming today, you're buying. Fill that out, fill out the top half, sign it at the bottom, send it to the city, village, or township assessor where the property's located, and theoretically, they should go out and adjust the property taxes on that property, hopefully downward. We'll see how that works. Title insurance, we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about it. If you think you might need it, ask the clerks in the lobby when you're checking out for a brochure from some of that offer title insurance and special foreclosure properties. Effective date of your purchase today. That's the day the treasurer became the owner of this property. When you buy it today, you're assuming liability for any charges against the property after that date. There are very few of them. The big one's going to be property taxes. You're paying that today as part of your checkout process, so that just went bye-bye. You may run into, even on a property where the utilities have been turned off, city and water municipal charges sometimes will apply. They'll charge you $8 or $10 a month for the privilege of being hooked up, even if it's shut off. That's on you after April the 1st, but not a day before that. If you're buying something that's in a condominium, or a property owners association, they usually have association fees. You assume liability for those as of April the 1st, not a day before. If anybody approaches you and says that there's a debt against the property, the first thing you should ask them is when. Any charge that applies from before that date has been voided by the circuit court. There are no exceptions. It doesn't matter what their policy or bylaws or rules say. They can go talk to the judge. It's been voided if it existed before April the 1st. That includes people that bought it on land contract in March. If they weren't smart enough to check the title and make sure the taxes were paid, too bad, so sad, it's gone. This is an important one. We're going to be selling a lot of properties today that are hooked up to municipal water and sewer. What often happens, we hear about this all the time. People call down to get the water turned on. The clerk looks at the computer and says, well, there's an old water bill there. The guy that used to own that property didn't pay the last 6 or 8 months. We finally shut him off, but there's a bill there and it's not paid, and we won't turn you on unless you pay his bill. They can't make you do that. That also, as of the end of March, is history. It's toast. It's gone. They can't collect it from you. The Attorney General's office says so. If you want to write one thing down to take with you, it's those 4 digits on your screen if you're buying something that's got city water or city sewer attached to it. If you call down there and they want you to pay somebody else's old bill, they won't turn the service on unless you do. You say, well, you're in violation of Michigan Attorney General Opinion number 7258. And they'll get real quiet on the other end of the phone because they'll go, oh, geez, this guy knows more than I do. Attorney General Opinion 7258 says this, that a tax sale purchaser cannot be required to pay somebody else's old water and sewer bill, and they cannot refuse to turn the service on if you refuse to pay that old bill. Write that down. You may very well need it when you go to get the water turned on. A Michigan Attorney General Opinion 7258. Possession, we talked about it already. We're going to give you possession today. You're relieving the county from any kind of liability for injury, loss, or damage. Don't spend a bunch of money on them before you get to the deed in the mail. What if there's somebody in it? We sell some properties that have people in them. You may not know who they are. We may not know who they are either. Sometimes they're renters. Sometimes they're friends or relatives of the former owner. Sometimes it's the former owner and they know exactly what's going on and they're just kind of waiting for somebody to show up. They know it's going to happen. You guys have been peeking in their windows for a month. They have a clue this is going on. But you might be the lucky winner buying that one particular house that has somebody in it that doesn't want to go along with things. Somebody that's not quite right. Somebody that's very unstable. Here's some advice for you. If you buy something today and there's clearly somebody in there, or you think there might be, my advice to you is go talk to a neighbor. Every neighborhood has somebody in it who makes it their business to know the dealings of everybody that lives around them. They're going to probably know what their name is. They're going to know if it's a former owner, if it's a renter. They're going to have a pretty good idea who those people are. They may know where they work, how to contact them, a phone number, maybe an intermediary, somebody you can talk to, rather than just going up to the door and starting to talk to somebody, because you don't know what you're getting into. If you get on the other side of the door with somebody who's not stable, you could be putting yourself in harm's way. Go talk to the neighbor of an occupied property before you just walk up to the door. Keep yourself safe. Every neighborhood has somebody in it that knows everybody else's business. If you don't think there's one of those where you live, then I'll bet it's you. What you're buying today? I think this house is out in Carlton, isn't it? Is this on the list today? What you are buying today, here's the nitty-gritty on this. You are buying a piece of land. That's what we're selling you today. Some of them have nothing on them. Some have just trees. Some have buildings in various states of repair. You are buying today a piece of land, and most of whatever is physically attached to the land. You are not buying the water softener if it's owned by Culligan. You're not buying something on the property even if it's attached, if it's owned by somebody else. If they didn't get notice, there's not a judge in the world that won't let them come and get it. You're buying a piece of land. You're buying the driveway. You're buying the garage, the house, the swimming pool, the shrubbery, the radio and TV tower, the septic tank, the utility services. You are not buying anything on that property that's not owned by the landowner. You're not buying anything that is not physically attached to the dirt. That piece of property right there is a great example. Nice big house. Well, his mother-in-law called him and she said, "I'd like to stop by for like 8 or 10 years. Do you have room for me?" And he said, "No, Ma, I'm sorry. We don't have any room in the house at all. We're all filled up." And she said, "Well, that's okay. I'll just bring my own and add it on to the back." So she hooked right up. I don't know if you can see that. It's a 1973 Ford Econoline van, skirted in vinyl siding. She put a roof over it and covered the windows so she can sleep in late on Saturday after bingo on Friday night. We can't sell you that if it's attached. We don't own it. It's owned by somebody else. It's portable. It's still got a license plate on it. She could hop in the driver's seat, gun that thing, and be out of there in about 14 seconds. That's called personal property. It's not real estate. What you're buying today is the land and whatever's physically attached to it that's owned by the person that owned the land. You are not buying automobiles, RVs, hot tubs, appliances, vehicles, contents, clothing, inventory, boats, campers. If it's on the property, it is not part of the sale. We don't own it. We're certainly not selling it to you. We can't even give it to you. Whatever's on these properties, in these buildings, still belongs to whoever the last occupant or owner of the property was. Go talk to the neighbor, ask them where they went, give them an opportunity to come and get their stuff before you get rid of it. There's no rule on it about how long to give them or how to do it. You just want to make sure that you make that effort so that people have waived their right to come and get something before you dispose of it. That being said, we do not warrant the title to any mobile, modular, or manufactured housing unit. I'll bet we're going to sell some modular homes today. We have had people come and remove modular homes with the assistance of the court, including modular homes on concrete block foundations, because they were owned by somebody other than the person that owned the land. So if you're buying something today, if it's ever had wheels under it, if it's ever had a separate title, it's probably abandoned. It's probably going to sit right there. We do not warrant the title to it. If somebody shows up, make them show you paperwork from a court before they just haul something away. Happens every year. Mobiles and modulars disappear off property sold at the tax sale with the assistance of the court because the person that owned them did not own the land, got no notice. It's a violation of their constitutional due process right, and there's not a judge in the world that won't let them take it. So if you're buying something like that today, just keep that in mind, please, when you're bidding. We're just about ready to get going. When we sell a piece of property, it's like riding that teeter-totter right there. We're going to open up with either the minimum bid in the book or a higher bid if I've already got one online. I'm going to come into the room, I'm going to find 2 bidders, and we're going to go back and forth just like riding that teeter-totter. When somebody slows down or gets tired and gets off, I'll find somebody else to get back on, and it's back and forth between 2 bidders until we're ready, down to 1 in the room, and then we come back and see if anybody online wants to keep on bidding. Andrew over here to my left is bidding for people that are online. So we're going to come into the room, ride the teeter-totter. When we're down to 1 man standing in here, then we go back online until we're done. I saw a hand in the air just a second ago. Did you have a question? You're just waving at somebody? Couple of tips. If you're brand new, and most of you are, when you're done bidding today, don't leave that card on your chair when you take off. You might be getting a whole lot of vacant lots in the city of Saginaw today, because there's nothing more fun than bidding with somebody else's card. If you have a cell phone today, if you have a child with you, if you came here to bid on something and you brought Granny because she's the money bag and you have to shout at her because she can't hear, if you brought your husband with you today and he has the bid card and he's bidding on something and he has just exceeded the authority that you've given him, and you need to have a conversation with him, take all those things outside. We can't conduct this sale well if there's 15 little conversations going on in the room. So please, if you need to make some noise, take it outside. If you bid on the wrong piece of property, people do that all the time. If you bid the wrong amount, if you misunderstand what we're bidding, what our price is, when you win something, stop me as soon as you realize you've made a mistake or you misunderstood something. Don't wait till the end of the sale. I can still sell something when the other bidders are in the room. If you wait till after the sale, we're going to expect for you to pay for it. Don't bid on anything that you're not going to pay for. You can't bid on 10 pieces and win them and then pick out 2 in the lobby. Happens to us all the time. If you don't want it, don't bid on it. If you can't afford it, don't bid on it. Please be considerate of everybody else here. We will be considerate of you. And when we say something is sold, it is sold. There's a lot of people in this room. When you want to bid on something, get your card in the air and make it obvious what you're doing. I am not an auctioneer. I do not do the yabba dabba doo. We're not selling any cattle in here today. I'm going to be speaking English very clearly. I'm going to be pointing at the high bidder. I'm going to be telling you what the bid is and how much I need to keep going. If you think you're winning and I'm not pointing at you, you're not winning. Don't wink at me. Don't tug on your ear. Don't do this. I can't tell if you're bidding or if you just got a twitch. Use the card. It's there for a reason. If you're a little warm today, please use your white sale book to fan yourself. If everybody in this room starts doing this with a red card, I can't see anything. Any other questions before we get going? It's going to be pretty obvious how this all works after we've sold a couple. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 pieces that I'll bet half of this room is here for today. We're selling those first so that you guys can get on out of here and the rest of you can get a place to sit. I'm going to give you those numbers twice. If you're here for 1 or 2 pieces of property, find it in your book right now. Remember that 4-digit number, and I'm going to go through them and tell you what those 8 most popular pieces are. We're going to sell those first, and a bunch of you will be able to leave. The good news is you're out of here quick. The bad news is you're going to miss all my good jokes all afternoon. Those numbers are 7351. If you want to, if it's easier for you, just write them down. 7351, 7414, 7416, 7536, 7541, 7568, 7570, and 7591. I'll read them here a second time. These are the ones we're selling first. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious, and it's going to be over. 7351, 7414, 7416, 7536, 7541, 7568, 7570, and 7591. We're going to sell those 8 first in that order. Then we're going to go back to the beginning of the book and sell everything that's left in order, skipping the pieces that nobody seems to want. As we sell each piece, I enter the winning bid in the computer right here in front of me. You can take off immediately. You don't have to wait for the sale to be over. They'll have the information out there at the front desk as soon as we sell it. Let's get going. Number 7351. It's the second one on the first page. We're out in the country here, out on Wadsworth Road. As you can see in that book, I've got a minimum bid of $5,400. I've got 4 bidders online that have already placed bids on this. They haven't gone crazy high yet, but it's already at $6,200. We have a cute little game we use that helps things go a whole lot quicker on these real popular pieces of property. It's called the card game. Here's how it works. My book tells me that I've got about a half dozen people in this room that'll give me $5,400 for that, and I'll bet they'll give me more. So here's how it works. If you're here today to bid on that Wadsworth parcel, number 7351, if you'll give me $5,400 for that, you just put your card in the air and just keep it up there for a minute. Where are they? I know they're here. Here's how this works. I'm going to start saying numbers. When I say a number that you will not pay, you just take your card down. When I get down to one person, that's where we start. This saves a lot of time. 5,400, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12, 13, 14,000, 15,000, 16,000, 17,000. I'm going to start with you at 17,000. Isn't that better than going up $100 at a time? I'm at 17,000 right there. Who wants to give me 17 and a quarter? That's my next bid increment. 17 and a quarter, 17 and a half. You want to give me 18? How about 18 and a half? 19,000. 19 and a quarter. That's as low as I can go. 19 and a quarter, 19.5. She said she's all done. I'm at 19,250 with you. Anybody in the room want to give me 19.5? 19,250. Going once. 19.5, way back by the door now, 19,750. And now 20,000, 20 and a quarter. They said they're done. I've got 20,000 back there in the corner. Anybody want to give me 20,250? She's back in. 20 and a half. 20,750. 20,021 and a quarter. It's only money. I got 21 and a quarter. You want to give me 21.5 back there in the corner? 21,750. I've got 21.5 way up there in the back of the room standing up. Anybody want to give me 21,750? 21.5 going once. Twice. You bought it. 21 and a half, 177. My backup bidder. What's the number right down here? My backup bidder is number 702. What's the backup bidder all about? In the instance that our winning bidder cannot or will not pay, we call the backup bidder and offer it to them for one bid increment below the final sale price. It is not negotiable. Here's how that happens. He just won that for 21.5. He gets about halfway home and he gets a call from his wife wanting to know where the vacation money out of the bank account went. He forgot to pay before he left. We call his house tonight and say, hi, can we talk to him about his payment from this afternoon? And his wife says, I'm sorry, he's up in the hospital tonight. I don't think he'll be paying anything very soon. We call the backup bidder and offer to her for $21,250. It's not negotiable. You're not obligated to make that payment as the backup bidder, but it's an opportunity to step into the winning bidder's shoes if they do not perform. It's not negotiable. Let's go to 7414 in our book. 7414 is on Laurel Park. Already about 10 chairs opening up right there. See that? 7414. Lots of people like this one. 2880 Laurel Park. 90s Ranch. This one's occupied. Remember what we told you about occupied properties. I'll bet there's a whole bunch of people in the room that would give me $8,000 for this. I got bad news. The online bidders have been at work, and it's already at $43,750. And it's going to go higher. How many people in the room would give me $50,000 for this? Put your card in the air and keep it there if you give me $50,000 for this. What about $55,000? $60,000? $65,000? $70,000? $75,000? I'm going to start with you at 70,000. Who wants to give me 71? 71, 72, 73, 74, 75,000, 76, 77, 77 and a half. I know you got money left. 77,750. We took a whole bunch from him yesterday in Flint. 77,750. 77,750. 78,000. He said he's all done. I guess I did take all of it. I got 77,750 right there. Anybody in the room want to give me 78,000? 77,750 going once, twice. Got it online. 78 and a quarter in the room. 78 and a half. 78 and a quarter in the room right there. 78.5. 78,750. 79. 79 and a quarter. 79 and a half. 79,750. 80,000. 80 and a quarter. 80 and a half. 80,750. If you keep bidding, you will win. I guarantee it. 80,750 and now 81. 81 and a quarter. I've got 81,000 online. 81 and a quarter. She ducked her head and held the card up. Now 81.5. 81,750 and now 82. 82 and a quarter. 82 and a half. 82,750. Now 83,000. 83 and a quarter. 83 and a half. 83,750. 83 and a half online, 83, 750, now 84. 84 and a quarter. 84 and a half. 84, 750. You could jump the bid to like 200,000, I'll bet you'll win. 83 or 84, 750. She's thinking. She said she's got to eat. Ramen noodles. We've all been there. I've got 84 and a half online. 84, 750, now 85. 85 and a quarter. 85 and a half. 85, 750. She's all done. I'm at 85 and a half online. Anybody in the room at 85, 750? Going once. Twice. 85 and a half online. My backup bidder, what's that number again? Backup bidder? I think it was 702. Now, we're going to go to 7416. This one's popular too. 345 South Center. It's had some modernization done, not a horribly old place to begin with. I've already got an online bid at the opening bid of $5,000. I've got about a dozen people in this room here to bid on this one today. Let's play that card game again. Who will give me $5,000 for this? Put your card in the air and keep it there. Let's go to 10, 15,000, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,000. I'm going to start with the gentleman way in the back at $20,000. Who wants to give me 20 and a half? Anybody in the room at 20 and 20 and a half? How about 21? 21? Don't talk to him, talk to me. I've got 20 and a half with you. Anybody in the room at 20,750? 20 and a half, going once. 20 and a half, 20,750. 21 and a quarter. 21 and a half, 21,750. I've got 21.5 right there. 21.5 going once. 21,750 online. Now 22 and a quarter. 22 and a half, 22,750. 23, 23 and a quarter. This one has an online bid, doesn't it? And I can see what it is right there. 23 and a quarter. You want to go to 24? 24 and a quarter. They can only go up 250 at a time online. How about 25 and a quarter? 26 and a quarter. 27 and a quarter. 28 and a quarter. 29. See, you got a problem because I know how much money you got, and you didn't spend it the last time. She can keep on going for a long time. Doesn't mean she will. I got 28 and a quarter with an online bidder. Anybody in the room want to give me 28.5? That's as low as I can go. I'm at 28.5, 28,750, 29 and a quarter, 29 and a half, 29,750, 30,000, 30 and a quarter, 30 and a half. I'm at 30 and a quarter with an online bidder. Anybody in the room at 30 and a half? This is a different online bidder than the last one. 30 and a quarter online. Going once, going twice. Sold it online for 30 and a quarter. Backup bidder again is 702. Now, number 7536. This one's on North Clinton.
It is occupied.
This one's occupied, we're told.
With a pregnant woman.
7536. 1803 North Clinton. My minimum bid in that book says $2,100. If you'll give me $2,100, and my book says that about 10 of you will, put your card in the air and keep it there. $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, $11,000. Everybody put their card down at 11. Who wants to give me 11 and get started? Who wants to give me 10? Who wants to make me start all over again? I got 10 with you back there. Who wants to give me 10 and a quarter? Anybody in the room at 10 and a quarter? $10,000 in the back of the room going once, twice, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 10, 750, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a quarter. I got 11 in the back of the room. Anybody at 11 and a quarter? 11 going once, twice. 11,000, number 898. Backup bidder over here. Backup bidder, what's your number? 694. I'll take yours as like a backup. Now we're going to go to 7541. $75.41 on Bliss. I've got 11 bidders for this one. Newer windows, good area. How many people want to give me $5,700 for $75.41? Put your card in the air and keep it right there. $5,700, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. You did it to me again. Who wants to give me, I got 10 in the back of the room. Who wants to give me 10 and a quarter? Anybody, anywhere? 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 10, 750, and now 11, 11 and a quarter. I've got $11,000 back there standing up. Anybody at 11 and a quarter? 11,000 going once, twice. That's not how you play the card game. Fail. 11 and a half, 11,750. I've got 11 and a half over here. Anybody want to give me 11,750? 11,750 and now 12. 12 and a quarter. 12 and a half. Now 13. 13 and a half. 14. 13,750. That's as low as I can go. 14 and a quarter. I've got 14. Anybody in the room at 14 and a quarter? 14,000 going once. Twice. 14 and a quarter. 14 and a half. 14,750. 14 and a half going once. Twice. 14,750 and now 15 and a quarter. I've got 15,000 going once. Going twice. $15,000. What's the bidder number? 214. My backup bidder right here is 548. Just remember that at the auction the prices only go one way, and that is up. You don't save any money by waiting until the last second. It's going to sell for what it's going to sell for. Next we are going to 7568. $75.68 is on Bernie. I've got an online bid already in place on this one to open it up at $4,500. My little birdie tells me that I have 15 bidders in the room here for this one today. So we'll play the card game again. If you'll give me $4,500 for it, put your card in the air and just keep it up there. It goes quicker if everybody that's playing is in the game at the beginning. 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10, 11, 12, $13,000, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, $20,000. I'm starting with you at $20,000. Who wants to give me 20 and a quarter? Anybody in the room at 20 and a quarter? 20,000 going once. 20,000 going twice. That one's yours, Demetrius. 533 at $20,000. Who wants to be my backup bidder? I know that he's good for it, but he could get run over by a beer truck on the way out to his car. You just never know. Turn that around, and I'll put you right on there. 234. Gotta watch out for those beer trucks. $75.70 is next. At 125 Storch. This one is a mortgage foreclosure. We can tell because we get inside and there's a whole bunch of somebody else's locks where they took somebody else's locks off and are all a pile right by the door. I've already got the online bid to open it up. My book says I got 15 bidders for this one in the room too. If you're one of those and you give me $4,100 for it, put your card in the air. We'll go right through the numbers again and see who the lucky winner is in short order. 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9, 10,000, 11,000, 12, 13. I'm going to start with you at 13,000. 13 and a half, how about 14 and a half, 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 17. 17,000. I'm at 16.5. Who wants to give me 17,000? 17 and a quarter, 17.5. 17,750 and now 18. 18. 17,750. Anybody in the room want to give me 18,000? 18 and a quarter, 18 and a half, 18,750 and now 19. 19 and a quarter, 19 and a half, 19,750. I'm at 19.5 right there. Anybody in the room at 19,750? Going once. Going twice. It belongs to you. 19,548. My backup bidder, what was your number again? 533. I think I'll have that memorized by the end of the day. Just a hunch. One more in the early round here, 75.91. It's on Munson. $731 Munson, Brick and Vinyl Ranch. And I've already got $6,100 bid for this one online. My book tells me I've got 14 bidders in the room here for this one today. If you'll give me $6,100 for it, put your card in the air and just keep it up. We're going to start going through the numbers. 7,000, 8,000, 9, 10, 11, 12, $13,000, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and $20,000. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I'm going to start with you at 29,000. Who wants to give me 29 and a quarter? Where's the next bidder? I got it way back there, 29 and a quarter, 29 and a half. She said she's all done. I've got you on it, 29 and a quarter, way in the back of the room. Anybody at 29.5? You can't buy the boards in a pile for that kind of money. I've got 29 and a quarter in the back of the room. Anybody at 29.5? 29,250 going once. 29.5, 29,750, and now 30,000. 30 and a quarter. 30 and a half. I've got 30 and a quarter back there going once. 30 and a half. 30,750, and now 31. 30,750 in the back of the room. Going once. Going twice. You bought it, 30,750. What's the bidder number? $30,750, is it bidder 192? 192. My backup bidder over here, what's your number? 1038. I'll take your number 2 as the backup bidder, in case both of their wives find out. 664. All right, now we're going back to the beginning of the book. If the past is any experience, we're going to probably be skipping about half of what's in this book, depending on what page we're on, what part of the county we're in, that sort of thing. Once we have skipped by something, we don't go back, because that gets to be like herding cats if everybody in the room wants me to start jumping around the book. So please pay close attention to where we're at. We're generally not going to, after the sale, have people walk up and tell us that they want to buy certain pieces too. If you want it, bid on it when it's here and available to purchase. If it doesn't sell when it's offered, we're not going to be making deals with people after the sale. It doesn't work that way. So, that being said, let's go back to the beginning of the book. Number 7350 is out on East Burt. Not far from Frankenmuth, it is. 7350 vacant parcel. I need $1,800 for that one. My book says I've got it circled. I've got it right down front. $1,800 right there. Who wants to give me 19? Anybody in the room at 1,900? I've got 1,800 right there going once. 18 going twice. 1,800, it's going home with number 267.
Bingo.
We already sold. You can't leave yet. You got money left. I can smell it. We already sold 7351. Is anybody in the room to bid on 7352? If you're not, we're not going to bother opening them up. What about 7353? Anybody here for that? Let's go to 7354. My book says I got 2 people that are interested in that one. 7354 is at 2405 California. Double lot with this rancher mid-century home. I need $3,000 for it. I've got $3,000 right in the front row. You want to give me $3,500? How about $4,000? $4,500? $45? How about $41? I've got $4,000 right down front. You want to give me $45? How about $5,000? $46. I've got $4,500 back there with you. Who wants to give me $4,600? $4,500 going once. $46, $47, $48, $49, and now $5,000. $51, $52, $53, $54, $5,500. I've got $5,400 with you. Anybody in the room at $5,500? $54 going once. $54 going twice. $55 in the back. Now $56, $5,700, $58, $59, and $6,000. $61, $61 back there now. $62, $63, $64, $6,500, $66, $67, $67. I've got $6,600 right down front. $67 now, she's back. $68, $69, and $7,000. $7,000, he's talking to the boss. She tell you it's okay? I heard her say it's okay, honey. $7,000. I've got $69 in the back with you. $6,900 going once. Twice. You bought it $6,900, $765. My backup bidder was 1038. Anybody in the room for 7355, also in California, vacant lot? Anybody here for that? Let's go to 7356. The former owner of this property is here. Going to be bidding on it in an attempt to get it back. It's up to you whether you bid against them or not. 7356, $3,500. Right there I've got a bid at $3,500. Anybody in the room at 36? $3,500, 36, 37, 38, 39, 4,000, 4,100, 42, 43, 44. I've got 4,300 to my right. 4,300, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 5,000, 5,100, 52, 53, 5,400, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 6,000. I've got $5,900 right down here. 5,900 going once. 5,900 going twice. 5,900, 260. Backup bidder is 892. Anybody here for 7357? 7358. If you're here for these, when I call them out, get your card in the air and make some noise, because once we go by them, they're gone. I've got some circles around 7359. 7359 is on Indiana. It needs some work. There's some maintenance here that's been let go. $2,700 I've already got bid online with an online source. 2,800. You want to give me 3,000 over there? 29, 3,000, 31. 31 in the back, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 4,000, 41, 42, 43, 44, 4,500, 46, 47, 48, 49, $5,000, 51, 52, 53. I've got 52 with you down in front, 53 in the back, 52 right here, 53 in the back, she's back in, 54. 54, I've got 5,300 in the back of the room. Going once, twice. 5,300, what's the bidder number? 520. My backup bidder down front here, what's your number? Backup bidders? 769. Anybody in the room for 7360? Let's open that up. Got it right down front here. Not circled, but we'll sell them anyway. 2291 Montana is where we're at there. Detached garage, some newer siding on it. Small, efficient, fairly modern. I need $3,500 for it. I got it right down front. Anybody in the room at 3,600? 35, going once, twice. 30, ooh, you guys came real close. Don't wait so long. You're going to miss out. You're going to be mad at me. 37, 38, 39, 4,000, 41, 42, 4,300, 43. The card's kind of 43, 44, 45, 4,300, excuse me, 44 right down front. Anybody at 45? 43 going once, 43 going twice. Sold at 4,300, 739. My backup bidder, what's your number back there? 361. Number 7361 on Indiana. 2200 Indiana. I've got about a half dozen bidders in the room on this one. My minimum bid's $5,000. Should we play the card game with 6 people? Let's try that again. I've got 5,000 as my minimum bid. If you'll give me 5,000 for it, put your card in the air and just keep it right there. 5,000, 5,500, 6,000, 6,500, 7,000, 7,500, 8,000, 8,500, 9,000, 9,500, $10,000, 10 and a half, 10 and 750, 11,000, 11 and a quarter. I'm going to start with you at 11 and a quarter. Anybody in the room at 11.5? 11 and a quarter going once. 11.5, 11,750, and now 12,000. 12,000, I got 11,750 right there going once. 11,750 going twice. 12,000 there, 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half, 12,750, and now 13. and a quarter, 13 and a half. 13 and a quarter going once, twice. 13 and a quarter, number 330. Backup bidder to my right over here. What's his number? Backup bidder is 214. On the next page, 7362 on Sheridan. Commercial type lot. We can't swear about the zoning, but it's got some exposure. Our machine froze up on us. Give us a second here to give it a little kick. We do have chairs opening up in a few spots if you're still standing. $73.62 once we get the computer refreshed here. Well, I don't know.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. Over here. Were you connected? Apparently it's getting jostled.
Yeah, I know. We're on a.
You're on jetpack?
I know. Yep.
I would tell you a few good jokes, but if you've been to the sale before, you already know that I don't have any. Just bad ones. I think we're getting there. 7362 Sheridan. It's been used kind of commercially as a park and sell kind of a lot. We don't know whether that's applicable to zoning or not. It's up to you to figure that out. $3,400 is what I need for that one. Where's my bidder? $3,400. A couple people said they wanted this one today. And I've got $3,400 right there. 35, now $3,600. 37, 38, 39, and 4,000. 41, 42, 43, 4,500. 46, 47, 48, 49, and $5,000. 5,100, now 52. 53, I've got 5,200 right there. Anybody in the room at 5,300. 52 going once. 52, 53. 54, 55, 56, 57. 57, I've got $5,600 with you. Anybody in the room at 57? 5,600 going once. 57 back there, 58, 5,900. 59 back by the door now, $6,000. 6,100. 61, 62, now 6,300. 64, now 65. 66, now 67. 68, 6,900, and now 7,000. 71, 7,200. 73, 74, 7,500. 76, now 77. 77, I've got 78, 79. 7,900, I've got 78 right down front. 78 going once. Are you bidding back there? 79, 8,000, 8,100, 82, 83, 84, 8,500, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 9,000. 91, 92, 9,300, 94, now 95, 96, now 97, 98, 99, $10,000. New bid increment, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 10, 750. I've got 10.5 right down front. Anybody in the room at 10, 750. 10 and a half going once, 10 and a half going twice. You bought it, 10 and a half, 10.38. My backup bidder in the back of the room. What was your number back there? Backup bidder is 622. Number 7363. It's right next to the one we just sold. Same neighborhood right there. It's also in Sheridan. $2,900 I need. I'm going to bet you're going to want that one too. It's right next door to the one you just bought. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hold on. $2,900 is what I need for it. Anybody in there want to give me $2,900 for that one?
Is that the lot?
It's right next to it. Part of it. I got $2,900 right there. Anybody want to give me $3,000? $2,900, $3,000, $3,100, now $32, $3,300, not right now, I'm sorry, $34, $3,500, $36, $37, $38, $39, and $4,000, $41, $42, $43, $44, $45, $46, $47, $48, $49, I've got $4,800 right there. Anybody in the room at $49, $4,800 going once, $4,800 going twice, $4,800, $10.38. My backup bidder right there, what's the number? Backup bidder number is 198. $73.64 is on Traynor. 5 lots on the corner. Large ranch here. Gonna need some work. Starting with a weed whacker. Who wants to give me $8,900 for that one and get to work on it? Anybody in the room at $8,900? It's circled in my book. Somebody wanted to bid on it today. Anybody at $89? Going once. Going twice. No sale. If I find out who circled that, I'm going to call their mom. Is anybody in the room here for $73.65? If not, we're going to go right on by it. $73.65? What about $73.66? It's circled in my book. Do I have a bidder here for that? Let's open it up. I got several bidders. $73.66 is where we're at now. I'm Gable. It's got some updating done to it.
$73.65.
$73.65 what?
You want that?
Then he's going to have to win it. Going to give me $7,100 for it?
You want to, are we doing 73.65?
We're on $73.66.
You wanted 73.65.
Oh, you did, but we missed it already. Okay, you got to keep up. We'll sell it to you this time, but we can't keep jumping all over the book. $73.65. I need $7,500 for it. Anybody in the room want to give me $76? $7,500 going once, twice. Sold it to $887. Once we go buy them, we're buying them. If we start jumping all over the place, we'll be here till midnight. Keep up. Now, 7366. Updating has been done here on Gable. I need $7,100 for it. I've got it right there. Who wants to, gonna give me $7,500 in the back? What about $8,000? How about $8,500? What about $9,000? $9,500? How about $10,000? $96,000. Baby steps. I got $9,500 in the back of the room. Anybody want to give me $9,600? $95 in the back going once. $95 going twice. $9,500, $282. I'll take you as my backup bidder. Number 398. Anybody in the room for 7367? I've got a circle in my book around 7368. Is there a bidder here for 7368? Anybody? Okay, I see it way in the back corner of the room. Let's open it up. When we call them off, make sure you get your card in the air because we're going by them. 7368 is on North 26th. I need $300 for it. I've got it way back there. Anybody else in the room? 350, now 400, 4.5, now 5, 5.5, now 6, 6.5, now 7, 7.5, now 8, 8.5, now 9, 9.5, $1,000, 1,100, now 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've got you on at $1,700. Anybody in the room at 18, 18, 19, now 2,000, 2,100, now 22. 23, now 24, 2,500, 26, 27. I've got 2,600 with you. Anybody in the room at 2,700? $2,600 down front, going once, twice. 27, he's back in, now 28. I've got $2,700 right there going once. 27 going twice. 2,700, 361. Yes. The next one is?
That one. 7368.
7368 is a vacant lot. Are you aware of that?
The book is marked vacant lot.
It's a vacant lot next to the house. Not interested?
No.
Okay, let's start all over. Remember what we told you. You're buying the legal description, not the address, not the photographs. 7368 is a vacant lot next door to this house. Anybody interested at $300? You can sell it to the people in the house. Okay, so we're going by that one. Anybody in the room interested in 7369? 7370? Do I have bidders in the room for 7371? Okay, let's open that one up. It's circled in my book. 7371 is on North 24th. I need $7,600 for it. I've got it in the back of the room. Anybody want to give me $7,700? $7,600 in the back of the room going once, twice. 819 is the winner of that one. The last two on that page are not circled in my book, 7372, 7373. Anybody interested in either one of those? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let's go to the next page. The first three are not circled. I'm going to read the numbers. If you want them, get your card in the air or they're gone. 7374, 7375, 7376. I have several bidders here for the next one. Let's sell 7377. It's on Outer Drive. Garage is in rough shape. The rest of it could be put back together. 319 South Outer Drive, $2,700. Where's my bidders for that one? I got 27 right there. Anybody in the room want to give me 2,800? 27 going once, twice, 28, 29, 3,000, 3,100, now 32. 33, anybody at 33? I've got 32 with you. 3,200 going once, twice, 3,200, 520. My backup bidder. Who wants to be the backup? Both of you kind of dropped out at the same time. Backup bidder? 834 and 637. If bidder 1012 is in the room, they need to see you out at the clerk station about something. 1012. Anybody in the room for 70, the next three are not circled in my book. I'm going to read off the numbers. 7378, 7379, 7380. Anybody here for any one of those three? I've got an online bid to open up 7381. So we'll go there. Open that one up at $3,000. It's at 835 South 26th. $3,000 I've got online. Anybody in the room at 3,100? I've got 3,100 way in the back. Now 32 there, now 33, 34, 3,500, 36, 37, 38, 39. Gonna give me 4,000, 4,000 over there at 4,100, now 42 and 43, 44, 45, 46, 4,700, 48, 49, 5,000. You wanna give me 5,500? How about 6,000? What about 61? I've got 6,000 over here. Anybody in the room at 6,100? 6,000 going once, 6,000 going twice, 6,000 number 819. My backup bidder over there, what's her number? 158, 258. Just, okay, if you hold it up, it's much easier. 268 is the backup bidder. What about 7382? It's circled. Do I have a bidder here for that today? 7382. If you don't want them, we're not going to try selling them to you. What about 7383? Not circled in my book. Anybody here for that one? I have several bidders here for 7384. So let's open that one on up. South 27th, 1010 South 27th to be specific. It's had some updates done to the exterior. Did it freeze? You're not there yet. That's 7384. There it is. $4,100. I've got way over there in the corner. Who wants to give me 42, 42, 43, 44, 45? You're going to give me 5,000? I got 5,000 there. How about 5,500? What about 6,000? 65? 7,000? 71? Who wants to give me $7,100? And I've got you on at 7,000. You can raise your own kids, but not your own price. I've got 71. Anybody in the room at 71? 7,000 back there going once. 71 online, now 72 and 7,300. 72 in the back of the room, going once, twice. 7,200, 765. The backup bidder is online. On the next page, we're going to sell most of them. 7385. Is there a bidder in the room for that one? Let's open it up. 7385 on Walters. Needs a little cleaning up. There it is right there. Car not included. $2,400. I've got it right there. Anybody in the room want to give me 25? 2,400 going once. Twice. You bought it 2,400, I think it's 802? 807, 2,400, number 807. Do I have a bidder for 7386, also on Walters here? Let's open it up for him. 7386, I need $4,600. I've got it over there in the corner. Anybody want to give me 4,700? 46 going once. 47 in front of you. 48, now 4,900. 5,000, 5,100. 51, I've got 51 in front of you. 52, now 53. 53, now 54. I got cards all over the room on this one. Well, let's play that card game again. Who will give me $6,000 for this one? There's a whole bunch of people here that are bidding up $100 at a time. I got $6,000 right there. Who wants to give me $6,500? We're going to get there, just not all over the room. Okay, let's do it the slow, painful way. Who wants to give me $6,100? 61. Who wants to give me 62? 62? 62? 62. 63. 64. Now 65. 10 seconds of my life I'll never get back. Now 6,600. 67. 68. 69. $7,000. 7,100. 72. 73. 73. I've got 7,200 down front. 7,200 going once. 73. 74. 7,500. 75, now 76. 7,700. 78. 79. 8,000. 8,100. 82. I've got 8,100 with you. Anybody in the room at 8,200? 81 going once. 82 online. 83. 8,400. 83 in the corner going once. Twice. 8,300, what's your number? 8,300, 459. The backup bidder is online. Is anybody here for 7387? If you're not, we'll go right on by it. Let's open it up. I got a bidder for it right there. 7387, I need $2,200. Why is this thing making noise? 7387, $2,200. I got 23 right behind you. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 3,000. I've got you on at 3,000. The bidder behind you just put the card down. Anybody in the room at 3,100? 3,000 going once, twice. Now I got two cards behind you. 31, 32. You into 32? I've got 31 behind you. 31. Now 32. 31 behind you going once, twice. 3,100, 259. My backup bidder. What's your number right there in front? Backup bidder is 361. Do I have bidders in the room for 7388 on 24th? You want that opened up? Anybody in here for number 7388? It's circled in my book, but if I don't have a bidder, we're not going to bother. What about 7389? 7390. Back there, 7390. Which one? Sometimes I feel like I'm herding cats. Which one? I can't hear you. Oh, never mind. Okay, what about 7391? Do I have bidders in the room for 7391? It is circled in the book that I've got. Somebody asked for it. 7391. Anybody? 7392. 7393. I've got a bid online for that one. We'll open it up because I know that the online ones will show up. $2,200 I've already got. Who wants to give me 23? 2,300 right there. 24 over there. 25. Now 26. 27. 28. 29. $3,000. 3,100. 31 back there. Now 32. I've got 3,100 in the back with you. Anybody in? Yep, you're at 31. Now 32 over there. 3,300. 33. I've got 3,200 with the lady over there by the wall. Anybody at 33? 33. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, $4,000. 41, 42, 43, 4,200 over there, 4,200 going once, twice, 4,200, 268. My backup bidder, is it 361? Is that your number? 361. I've got some bidders in the room for $73.94. Let's open it up. $73.94. The Outer Drive Court subdivision. $2,200 is what I need for that one. Where's my bidders? I got 22 right there. You gonna give me 2,500? How about 3,000? What about 3,500? What about 4,000? How about 36? I've got $3,500 in the back of the room. Anybody here at 3,600? 36, 37. I've got 36 with you. Anybody in the room at 3,700? 36 going once, twice, 37, 38, 39, 39, 39. Now 4,000, 4,100. $4,000 going once, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, $5,000, 5,100. Anybody in the room at 51? 5,000 right there going once, 5,000 going twice, 5,000, number 570. My backup bidder in the back of the room, what was that number back there? 387. I should have a whole bunch of people, maybe this one should have even been moved up on $73.95. This one's got a lot of potential. $73.95 in my book. It says I have 12 bidders here for this one. Probably should have moved it up front. Let's try that card game again. $73.95. If you're here and you would give me $4,800 for that house right there, put your card in the air and keep it there until I give a number that you don't like. $4,800, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, $11,000. I'm going to start with you at $11,000. Who wants to give me 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11,750, and now 12. You're going to give me 12,500. How about 13? 13,500. What about 14? 14,500. 15,000. 15 and a half. 16,000. 16 and a quarter. I've got him on at 16,000. Anybody at 16 and a quarter? 16,500. 16,750. 16,750, now 17,000, 17 and a quarter. 17,000 right down front going once. 17 and a quarter, 17 and a half, 17,750, 18,000, 18 and a quarter, 18,500, 18,750, 19,000, 19 and a quarter. 19 and a quarter, I know you got it, money bags. I got 19 over here. 19 going once, 19 going twice. 19,000, 1038. What's the backup bidder number? Again. Number 214. Do I have a bidder in the room for $73.96 on Yawk? $73.96. Anybody here for that one? It's circled in my book. It says I have one bidder for it. If they've changed their mind, we're not going to bother. I've got an online bid for $73.97. We can open that one up and know that we're going to sell it. It's on Prospect. $73.97. I've already got $3,300 online. Who wants to give me 34? Anybody in the room? Everybody all over the room. Who wants to give me 3,500? Let's play that card thing. 3,500. Who wants to give me 4,000? 4,500, 5,000, 5,500, $6,000, 6,500, $7,000. Who wants to give me 65? I had 3 cards at 65. 65, 6,500 back there. Who wants to give me 6,600? 66, 67, 68, 69, 7,000, 7,100. I've got 7,000 with you. Anybody in the room at 7,100? 7,000, 71 in front of you. Now 72, 73, 73, 74, 75, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, $8,000, 8,100. 81, I've got 8,000 behind you in the yellow hat. 81, 82, he said he's done. I've got you at 8,100. Anybody else at 82? 8,100 going once. 82 online. 8,300. I've got $8,200 with an online bidder. Anybody in the room at 8,300? 82 going once. Twice. 83 in the back of the room. Now 84. 83 back there going once. 84 now back in the front of the room. How about 85 back there? I got 8,400 right down front here. 84 going once. Twice. 85. Now 86. 86. 8,500 in the back of the room going once. 85 going twice. Almost 86. Now 87. 87. I've got 86 in front of you. 86 down here going once. Twice. 8,600. It's yours. What's the bidder number? 8,600, 694. Backup bidder in the back corner. What's your number way back there? Number 484. Anybody interested in the last one on that page, 7398? Anybody here for that today? On the next page, number 7399. I've got an online bid for it, so we can open it up with that one. It appears to have had some pretty good maintenance over the time, over years. I've got $5,800 already online to open this one up. Who wants to give me $6,000 for it? I got $6,000 down front. You want to give me $6,500? How about $7,500? What about $8,000? Anybody in the room? I've got $7,500 here. Who wants to give me $8,000? 8 in the back. How about $8,500? 9, $9,500. $10,000. 10 and a quarter. 10 and a half. 10,750. 11. 11 and a quarter. I've got 11,000 in the back of the room. Anybody at 11,250? 11,250. 11 and a half. 11,750. And now 12. 12 and a quarter. 12 and a half. 12 and a half. I've got 12,750 and now 13. 13 and a quarter. 13 and a half. 13,750. 14,000. 14 and a quarter. 14 and a half. I've got 14 and a quarter right down in the front row. 14,250. 14 and a half. 14,750. $15,000. Now 15 and a quarter. 15 and a half. 15,750 and 16,000. 16 and a quarter. 16 and a half. 16,750 and now 17,000. 17 and a quarter, 17 and a half, 17,750, 18,000, 18 and a quarter. I've got 18,000 back there with you. Anybody in the room at 18,250? 18,000 going once. 18 and a half, 18,750, 19,000. I've got 18,750 back there going once. 18,750 going twice. 18,750, number 519. My backup bidder. What's the number down here in the front row? 438. Anybody in the room for number 7,400 on Madison? Anybody here for the one on Madison? What about 7,401 on Jefferson? Let's open that up. 7,401, 3,600 Jefferson is the address. $650, and you can mow that this afternoon. I've got it back there. $650. Anybody want to give me $700? $650 going once, twice. That one's yours too. Number 519 at the minimum bid. Anybody in the room here today to buy 7402 on Monroe? Do I have a bidder here for 7403 on Cleveland Street? Right there he is. Let's open up 7403. 7403 does not front on any public road. We refer to these as helicopter parking pads. $750, I've got it right there in the room from the guy that's been mowing it next door in the last 50 years. He might as well own it if he's going to mow it. I got that's right? Exactly. I got $750 right there going once, twice. It's all yours now. What's that bidder number again? Number 577 at the minimum bid. Anybody in the room to bid on 7404? 7404, anybody? Do I have a bidder here for 7405 on Lincoln? It's circled in my book. Somebody wanted to open it up. Is anybody here for that one? 7405? All right. What about 7406? 7407? I've got online bids on the next one, so we're going to open it up. 7408. 7408 is on East Broad in Chesaning. Good location. Building needs some work. It's got some deterioration of the brick wall on the rear facade, which is kind of typical in a building with a sloped roof of that age. I've already got 50, whoop, look at that, they're going for it online. I'm at $6,400 and it's creeping up. Who wants to give me $7,000 for that building in the room? Anybody here for that one at $7,000? You bidding? 7,000? 7,000 in the room. 71? 71 online. 72? Don't talk to him, talk to me. Anybody in the room at 7,200 on this building? Let's see where they go with it online. I've got 2 bidders or more online bidding on this one. They can only go up $100 at a time. If it sells for $150,000, we will be here until midnight. It's at $8,000 and they're still going. We'll let you know when they're done, wherever they end up. We'll let you back in if you want back in. We'll be in Grand Rapids tomorrow and Baldwin on Friday for our last sale of the year. Yay. It's at $10,250 right now. Anybody in the room want to give me 10.5? 10,250 online going once. Twice. Sold it online for $10,250. The backup bidder is also online. Anybody in the room here for the first one on the next page, 7409? Anybody here for the one on Pierce? 7410 is on Roosevelt. Do I have a bidder here for 7410? It is circled in my book. Anybody here for that? All right, 7411 we've got bidders here for, so let's open that up. Okay, let's try to keep, are we on 7410? Where are we at? 11? Yeah, we haven't even opened that up yet. Okay, I asked and nobody made a noise, so we need to really keep up. Let's open up 7410. 7410 on Roosevelt. Remember what we said about occupied or occupied homes and what we said about mobile modular and manufactured housing units. We gave you disclaimers on both of those. Keep those in mind. $5,500. This one is occupied. I've got a bid right there. Anybody in the room want to give me $5,600? I've got $5,500 right there going once, twice. $10.51 at the minimum bid. Now we'll sell 7411. 7411. Old mobile home. I think if somebody came for this one, you'd probably blow them a kiss on the way out. We're on South Merrill. There is a small barn type structure here as well. The value here is primarily in the land. I've got a 20, where are they at online? $3,100. Who wants to give me $3,500? I've got 35 back there. Anybody in the room want to give me 4,000? I got 4,000 there. What about 4,500? How about 5,000? 5,500, 6,000, 6,500, 7,000, 7,500, 8,000, 7,600. I've got 75 with you. Anybody in the room want to give me 7,600? What about online? $7,500 right there going once. 75 going twice. You bought it, 7,500, 626. Backup bidder is 442. $74.12 says I've got 3 bidders in the room, or at least one of them, so let's open her up. $74.12 on Bay Street. This is a transmission and repair facility. We are disclosing that there has been contamination here in the past. If you buy this within 45 days, you should get a baseline environmental assessment conducted to protect yourself from any liability. You have to use due care in the future use of this property if you buy it. I'm at $16,000. Do I have a bidder there? I've got a bidder at $16,000. Anybody in the room want to give me?
I'm sorry, I have a question. Is that the 45 days from today or from when you get your deed?
From when you own that property. You have 45 days to get a baseline environmental assessment done and file it with the DEQ. That basically says, I didn't do this and I can prove it. That's what that's all about. I've got 16,000, 16 and a quarter, 16 and a half. You want to give me 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 19 and a half. You want to give me 20? How about 21,000, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, I'll get to you, 28, 29, 30,000, 31, 32, 32,000. You want to give me 33? See, you don't like me anymore. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, $40,000, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, $50,000, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60,000. How about 61? I'm at $60,000 right there. Anybody in the room at 60 and a quarter? Who wants to keep on going? I am at $60,000 going once. $60,000 going twice. $60,000, 187. My backup bidder. Hey, Demetrius, what's your number? Is it 442? 533, something like that. Do I have a bidder in the room for 7413 on Gatesboro? Anybody here for the one in Gatesboro? 7413. If not, we will go on by it. We already sold 7414. Let's go down to 7415. 7415, we have got on 7415, right. 7415, I've got a bid open already online for this one on State Street. It's been split into multiple units in past use, which may have been office type of operations. I've got 24.5 online. 24,750, 25,000. You want to give me 25 and a half? How about 26 and a half, 27 and a half, 28 and a half, 29 and a half, 30,000 and a half, 31, 30,000 and a quarter. 30 and a quarter, it's only money. 30 and a half, how about 31? 31 and a half, 32, 32 and a half, 33, 33 and a half, 34,000, 34.5, 35, 35.5, 36, 36.5, 37, 37.5, 38, 38.5, 39, 39.5, $40,000, 40.5, 41, 40,750. I've got you on at 40.5. Anybody in the room at 40,750? 40.5 going once, going twice.
Yep.
40,750 online. Now 41.25. They can only go up 250 at a time online. 41.25.
Yep.
41.5. 41,750.
Yep.
Now 42.25.
Yep.
42.5. 42,750. 42.5 going once.
Yep.
42,750 now. 43,000. 43.25. 43,000 going once.
Yep.
43.25. 43.5. 43,750.
Yep.
44.25.
Yep.
44.5. 44,750.
Yep.
45,000. 45.25.
Yep.
45.5. 45,750.
Yep.
And now 46,000. 46.25. 46.5. 46,750. 47,000, 47.25.
Yep.
47.5, 47,750.
Yep.
48.25.
Yep.
48.5, 48,750.
Yep.
49,000, 49.25.
Yep.
49.5, 49,750.
Yep.
$50,000, now 50.25. 50.5, 50,750. 50.5.
Yep.
50,750 now. 51,000, 51.25. 51.5, 51,750.
Yep.
52.25.
Yep.
52.5, 52,750. 52.5, 52,750. 53,000, 53.25. 53.5, 53,750.
Yep.
And now 54,000, 54.25.
Yep.
54.5, 54,750.
Yep.
55,000, 55.25.
Yep.
55.5, 55,750.
Yep.
56,000, 56.25.
Yep.
56.5, 56,750. 56.5, 56,750, 57,000, 57.25.
Yep.
You want to go to 58, 58.25.
Yep.
How about 59.25?
Yep.
60.25. 60,000 in the room.
Yep.
And a quarter online. 61, 61.25. 61 in the room.
Yep.
61.25 online. How about 62.25? 62 in the room.
Yep.
62.25 online. 63.25.
Yep.
64.25.
Yep.
65,000.25.
Yep.
66,000.25.
Yep.
67,000.25. 67.25. 68.25.
Yep.
You want to round it off to 70? 70,000.25.
Yep.
71.25. 71.5. I'm at 71.25 with an online bidder. Anybody in the room at 71.5. 71,250 online. Going once, twice. 71,250 online. My backup bidder, what's that number back there? 315. We already sold 7416. The last three on that page are not circled in my book. They're number 17, 18, and 19. Anybody here for 7417? 7418. 7419. Anybody here for those three? On the next page, I have three circled on the whole page. We'll ask about each one. We're getting into a section of the book where we have a lot of stuff we're going to skip. So be prepared. Find out the next one you plan to bid on. Keep your thumb on it so you'll know what I'm asking. The ones we're going to sell that I know about already are right in the middle of the page, 23, 24, 25. Is anybody here for 7420? 7421? 7422? Anybody? I've got some bidders on 7423, so we'll open that one up. 7423 on East Street. It's had some updating done, just shy of an acre. Somebody took all the siding except for the front. That means it's aluminum, doesn't it? We've all seen that. I've got $7,200 bid online. Anybody in the room want to give me 73? 73 back there. Anybody at 74 in the room? 74 over here. 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, $8,000. You want to give me 8,500? How about 9,000? 9,500? 10,000. 10 and a quarter. I've got 10,000 with you. Anybody in the room at 10,250? Anybody anywhere? $10,000 going once. Twice. 10,000, number 204. My bidder in the back of the room, what's his number? Backup bidder? Backup bidder is number 645. Number 7424, I've got two online bids for the one on East Birch Run. It's got some newer updates on it as well, fairly modern construction out in the country. On East Birch Run Road, I've got $2,300, $2,700 online. Who wants to give me $3,000 for it? Who wants to give me $4,000 for it? Let's play the card game again. Who wants to give me $5,000 for it? $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. I'm going to start with the gentleman right there at $10,000. Who wants to give me 10 and a quarter? Anybody in the room at 10,250? I've got 10,000 back there going once. Yep, where? Is that you? 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 10,750. You want to give me 10,750, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11,750, and now 12. 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half, 12,750, 13,000, 13 and a quarter, 13 and a half, 13,750, 14,000, 14 and a quarter, 14 and a half, 14,750, and now 15. You want to give me 15,500? How about 16? 16,500. 17, 17,500, 18, 18,500, 19, 19,500, and 20,000, 20 and a half, 21, 21 and a half, 22, 22 and a half, 23, 23 and a half, 24, 24 and a half, 25, 25 and a half, 26. Do you want to give me 27, 28, 29, 30,000, 31, 32 and a quarter. I've got the 32 and a quarter, 32 and a half, 32,750, now 33 and a quarter, 33 and a half, 33,750, 34,000, 34 and a quarter, 34 and a half, 34,750, 35,000, 35 and a quarter, 35 and a half, 35,750, and now 36,000, 36 and a quarter, 36 and a half, 36,750. 37,000, 37 and a quarter. I've got 37,000 way in the back of the room. I bet his arm's tired. Anybody want to give me 37,250? 37 in the back going once. 37,250 over there. Now 37,500, 37,750, 38,000. How about 38 and a half? 39 and a half, 40 and a half, 41 and a half, 42 and a half, 43 and a half, 43 and a quarter. 43 and a half, 43,750, and now 44 and a quarter. I've got 44,000 in the back of the room. 44,000 going once, twice, $44,282. Now he's going to wiggle that arm around a little bit. What's the bidder number here, the backup bidder? Backup bidder, what's his number? 177. $74.25 on Lutsky Road. This one they boarded up to keep all the goodness inside. I've got an online bid all ready for this one at $9,000. Gonna give you 91? 91 right there. Anybody in the room want to give you 92? 92. How about 95? 10,000? 10 and a half? 11 and a half? 12 and a half? 13 and a half? 14 and a half? 15 and a half? 16 and a half? 16,750. I've got you on at 16.5. Anybody in the room at 16,750? What about online? Got it there. 17 and a quarter. 17 and a half, 17,750. 18,000, 18 and a quarter. 18.5, 18,750. 18.5 going once. 18,750 online now. 19,000, 19 and a quarter. 19 and a half, 19,750. 20,000, 20 and a quarter. 20,000 in the room. Going once. 20 and a quarter online. 20 and a half, now 20,750. 20 and a half going once. Twice. 20 and a half. It's your problem now. Number 186. Our backup bidder is online. The last four on that page are not circled in my copy of the book. Nobody requested them, but we'll read off the numbers. If you are interested in one of them, get your card up when I say the number and we'll sell it to you. 7426. 7427. 7428. 7429. Anybody here for any of those today? On the next page, I have only two circled on that whole page. They are 32 and 34. I'm going to read the numbers. If you're here for them, get your card in the air. Once we go by them, they're toast. 7430. 30. 31. Do I have a bidder in the room for 7432? It's circled. I got a couple of them. Let's open it up. 7432 on 9th Street. I need $2,700. 27, 28, 29. Now 3,000, 3,100. Now 32, 33. Don't look at him. Look at me. 3,300. I got 32 over there. 3,200 going once, twice. 3,200, 651. My backup bidder over here. What was your number? 387. Anybody here for 7433 today? Do I have a bidder in the room for 34? I've got it circled in my book. I've got a couple of them. Let's open that one up. 7434 is on South 13th Street. $2,600. 26, 26, now 27, 2,800. 28, 29, now 3,000. He said he's done. I've got you on at 2,900. Anybody in the room? I got 3,000 back there. 31, 32, 33. Gonna give you 34? I didn't think so. 33 with you. 33 going once. 34, now he's back in. 35, 3,600, now 37. 38, 38, I've got 37 right there. 3,700 going once. Twice. 3,700, number 200. My backup bidder, way back there. What's your number? Number 834. Take a good look at the rest of that page. If there's anything on there that you want, I'm going to read the numbers off. Anybody here for 7435? 36? 37? 38? 39? 40? 41? On the next page, I have 3 of them circled. And those are 43, 50, and 53. We'll ask about the rest of them. Is anybody here to buy 7442? Do I have a bidder here for 7443? It is circled in my book. I've got a bidder right here and another one back there. Let's open up 7443. 7443, $2,800. I've got right there. Who wants to give me 29? Now 3,000, 31, now 32, 3,300, 34, 35. I've got 3,400 right down front. Anybody at 3,500? 34 going once, twice. 3,400, 294. My backup bidder in the back of the room is 387. Anybody here for 7444? 45? 46? 47? 48? 49? My book says somebody wants 7450. Are they here? Anybody in the room for 7450? We've got it online. Did I see a card in the room here just a second? I've got it over there too. Let's open up 7450. $2,500. We've got it online. You want to give me 26? Where did I see a card? 26, 27, 26 in the room. Going once. 27 online. Now 2,800 and 29. 28, 29, 3,000. Now 3,100.
Yep.
3,200. 32. Now 33. 32 going 33. Now 3,400. 3,500.
Yep.
36. 30. 36. Now 37.
Yep.
3,800. 38. 37 online. Going once, twice, $3,700 online. My backup bidder in the room, what's that number? 171. Anybody here for 7451? 7452. Was that, which one? 51? 7451. On South Weeda, $2,200. We'll buy you that little castle right there. I've got it in the back of the room, do I? 2,200. Anybody want to give me 23? 22 going once, twice. You bought it. Number 600. Is that a vacant lot too? That's a vacant lot. Okay, scratch it.
Where are these photos coming from?
Oh, it says vacant lot right in the book. Pictures are older than the descriptions are in some cases. Or yes. Okay, 7452. Is anybody here for 7452? What about 7453? I have it circled. The lady back there wants it. We'll sell it to her here. 7453, vacant parcel. You need to get your lawnmower out. You're going to be busy this afternoon. I need $600 for it. I've got it right there. Anybody want to give me $650? $600 going once, twice. It's yours now. What's the bidder number? $600 for 67. Probably used to be a house on that lot when they took the picture. Things change rapidly. On the next page, is there anybody here for 7454 on Jefferson? Do I have a bidder in the room for 7455 on Owen? It's circled in my book. Is there a bidder here for it? I think they already spent their million and left. 7456 on Jefferson. I got a bidder for it right there. Let's open it up. 7456. It's a big one. $3,700 I've got bid over there. Anybody want to give me 38? 38 back there, now 39, and $4,000. 4,100, now 42, 43, 44, 4,500, 46, 47, 48, 49, $5,000. You want to give me 5,500? How about 6,000? 6,500, 7,000, 7,500, 8,000, 8,500, 9,000, 8,600. I've got 85 with you. 8,500 going once. 8,500 going twice. You bought it 8,500, 221. My backup bidder, what's your number back there? 195. Do I have a bidder here for 4757 on High Street? Anybody here for the one on High Street? Let's start that one up. 7457. $5,100 I've got bid in the room. Anybody want to give me 52? 51 going once. Twice. You bought that one too. Number 221 at the minimum bid. Anybody in the room for 7458? 7459. My book says somebody wants 7460. Are they here? The one on Simoneau. Let's open that one up for him. 7460. $3,200. I've got in the back of the room. Anybody want to give me 33? 32 going once.
I think that's 7461. One on Simon doesn't look like that. That's 60.
60 is what we're selling.
Yeah, but that's not 60. Simon, that's the.
Another wrong picture.
That's the house on Emerson.
This is 61. We're selling 7460. Disregard the photo. You're buying the legal description in the book. At 812 Simoneau. You still want it at 3,200? You know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at $3,200 back there. Anybody want to give me 33? 32 going once. Twice. You bought it, whatever it is. What's the bidder number? 600? 898. Anybody in the room for anything else? I've got the last 6 on that page are not circled in my book. Which one you chasing?
7461.
61. Let's open that up and then we'll ask again. 7461 is on Emerson. Apparently it's the last picture we showed, so that's not the right picture.
That's Simon.
Oh, so they had them backward. Okay. Maybe the photographer was drinking that day. 7461 on Emerson, the one we just showed in the last picture. $4,400 I've got there. Anybody in the room want to give me 45? 4,400 going once. Twice. You bought it. What's the bidder number? 421. The last 5 on that page, I'm going to read the numbers off. If you want them, get your card up in the air. 7462. 7463. 7464. I've got somebody in the back that wants 7464. It is on Warren. $2,600 is the minimum. Boy, you can see that one in the dark, I'll bet. $74.64. $2,600. I've got it in the back of the room. $2,600. Not interested? There, I got it. Okay, I got $2,600 back there. Anybody want to give me 27? 26 going once, twice. It's all yours. $2,600, number 600. Anybody in the room for $74.65? What about $74.66? On the next page, I only have one circled on the whole page. It's dead in the middle of that page. It is $74.70. I have three before that. We'll go through the numbers. Anybody here for $74.67? What about $74.68? $74.69. $74.70 is circled in my book. I've got an online bid for it, and somebody in the room expressed interest as well. It's at 1900 East Holland. Industrial property. You could open this up, make your own widget factory out of it. I've got a $9,400 bid online. Anybody in the room, you want to give me 95? 95 there. How about 10,000? 10 and a half? 11,000. 11 and a half? 12,000. 12 and a half? 13,000. 13 and a half? 14,000. 14. I've got 13 and a half back there. I got 13,750 online. Gonna give me 14? 14 and a quarter. How about 15? I've got 14 and a quarter with an online bidder. Anybody want to give me 14.5? Anybody in the room at 14.5? 14 and a quarter online, going once. Now they're both back. How about 14 and a half? 15? 14,750. I've got 14,750 online. Now 15? Anybody in the room at 15? 14,750 online, going once, twice. Sold it online, 14,750. My backup bidder right here. What was your number? Backup bidder is 773. The last five on that page are not circled in my book. I'll read off the numbers. If you're interested, let me know. Anybody here for 74.71? 72. 73. 74.73. Let's open it up. On South 13th. 74.73. I need $2,300 for it. I've got it right there. Anybody in the room at 20? I got 24 over there. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 3,000, 31. I've got you on at 3,100. Anybody at 32? 31 going once, twice. 3,100, 361. My backup bidder, what was that number back there? 834. Anybody here for 74.74? 74.75. On the next page, it starts with 74.76. I don't have anything on that entire page circled. Take a quick look, see if there's anything on there you want. We'll get which one? 74.81. Anybody have anything they're interested in before 74.81? 80? Anything before that? Anybody here for 76? 77? 78? 79? Let's go down to 74.80. 74.80 is on South 14th. There is a photograph of what we think it is. There was $1,900 right there. Anybody want to give me 2,000? 1,900 going once. 2,000 right there. Now 2,100 and 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, $3,000. 3,100, now 32. I've got 31 back there with you. 31 going once. 31 going twice. 3,100, what's the bidder number? 3,100, 778. My backup bidder, 693. He's got money left for something else now. We'll sell him one. If you got too much money and you just can't take it home, come up and I'll help you pick something out. 7481. 7481 is on South 9th Street. $2,600 is what I need for that one. Right there, I got it. 26, 27, 28, 29, 3,000, 31, 32, 33, 3,400. 34, now 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and now 4,000. 4,100, 42, 43, 44. I've got $4,300 going once, twice. $4,300, 693. My backup bidder back there, what's his number again? 387. Anybody here for 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. On the next page, I have 3 circled. They are 91, 92, and the very last one, 7501. Let's go through the list. Anybody here for 7487? 88, 89, 7490. I think have a bidder for 7491. Is there somebody here for 7491? Maybe not. What about 7492? 91 I have. 7491 is what we're opening up next. 7491 is on Weber, 3109 Weber, $3,900 is my minimum bid, and I've got it back there, 39. Anybody in the room want to give me 4,000? 3,900 going once, twice. You bought it, 778 at the minimum bid. What about 7492? Anybody here for 7492? It is circled. Right there is a bidder. 7492 is also on Weber. Same side of the street, couple blocks up the drive. About $2,500 is what I need started. I've got it right there, 25. Anybody in the room at 2,600? Okay, I guess I already got it online. So now I need $2,600. 27. 26 in the room. 27 online, 2,800, now 29. 28 in the room, 29 online, $3,000, now 3,100. 3,000, 31, now 3,200. I've got $3,100 online, 31 going once, twice, $3,100 online. My backup bidder, what's your number back there? 520. I'm going to read off the numbers headed toward the bottom of the page. They're not circled in my book. If you want one of them, get your card up in the air when I read off the number and we'll open her up. 7493, 7494, 7495, 7496, 7497, 7498, 7499, 7500. I do have a circle in my book around 7501. Do I have a bidder here for 7501? I guess not. On the next page, I have one circled on that page. It is number 7505. Let's go down the list. Anybody here for 7502? 7503? 7504? Do I have a bidder in the room for 7505? 7506. 06? 7506, we're going to open up. It's on Robinwood. $7506, 2316 Robinwood. $2,800 I've got in the back of the room. Anybody want to give me 29? 2,800 going once, twice. That one belongs to 387. Anybody here for 7507? 08, 09, 7510, 11, which one, 10? 10, 7510, 7510 on Wilkins, 2415, needs a roof, yesterday or maybe even the day before. $2,300 I've got right here in the room. Anybody want to give me 24? 23 going once, twice, 2,300, 392. Anybody here for 7511, 7512, 7513, 13? Let's open up 13. On Bundy. 3419 Bundy, $2,600, chain link fence and all. I've got 2,600 right there. Anybody want to give me 2,700? 27 in the back, now 28, 29, and $3,000. 3,100. 31, now 32. 3,300. 32 down front, going once, twice. 3,200, 392. My backup bidder for that one, 387. On the next page, anybody here for 7514? I have a circle in my book around 7515. Is there a bidder to match that circle? Right there, I got a couple of them. 7515 is going to be opened up. This is on Lowell. It's had some updates to it. $3,600 I've got there. 37, 38, 39, 4,000, 4,100, 41. I've got 4,000 with you. 41. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 5,000, 51, 52. I've got 52 right in the middle of the room. Anybody at 5,300? 52 going once, twice. 5,200, 781. Backup bidder is at 387, right? 387. Starting to get it memorized, just in time to be done. Do I have a bidder in the room for 7516 on Sheridan? It's circled in my book. Is anybody still here for that? What about 7517? 18. 19. 7520. 7521. I've got a bunch of people here for 7522, so let's open that one up. 7522 is on Weiss. $5,800 is what I'm looking for on this one. Where are my bidders at 58? I've got 58. Yep, I see a few cards. Let's play that card game again. If you'll give me $6,000 for it, put your card in the air. 6,500, 7,000, 7,500, 8,000, 8,500, 9,000, 9,500, 10,000, 10 and a half, 11,000, 11 and a half, 12,000, 12 and a half, 13,000, 13,500, 14,000, 14,500, 15,000. I'm going to start right there on the aisle with you at 15,000. Who wants to give me 15,250? Anybody anywhere? 15,250, 15,500. I've got 15,250 right there. Anybody in the room at 15,500? 15,250 going once. 15,500, 15,750, and now 16. 16 and a quarter. 16 and a half, 16,750. 17 and a quarter, 17 and a half. 17 and a quarter with you. Anybody at 17,500? 17,250 going once. I knew you'd show up. 17,500, 17,750. Now 18 and a quarter, 18,500, 18,750. 19,000, 19 and a half, 19,750. 19,500 going once. 19,500 going twice. 19,750 and now 20,000. 20 and a quarter, 20 and a half, 20,750 and 21. 21 and a quarter, 21 and a half, 21,750. 21 and a half going once, twice. 21,750, 22. 22 and a quarter, 22 and a half, 22,750. Now 23. 23 and a quarter. 23,000 right there going once. 23 going twice. 23 and a quarter, 23 and a half, 23,750. And now 24. She's all done. I've got you on at 23,750. 23,750 going once. Twice. 23,750 it is. What's the bidder number? 23,750, 1078. $10.78, correct? $10.78, I just want to verify your bidder number. Yep, and my backup bidder number is 113. Sometimes I get too many numbers in my head all at the same time. I just want to make sure I'm right. Because if I put something in wrong, you're going to be buying a wrong piece of property, and you don't want that. 7523 is on Avon. I've got several bidders in the room here for this one, I think. So we'll just open it right on up. There it is, Mid-Century Brick Rancher, $7,200. Right here I got cards all over the room. Let's play the card game again. If you'll give me $8,000, put your card in the air and keep it there. What about 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12? Everybody went down at the same time. Who wants to give me 11,000 and get it started? 11 and a half, 11,750, 12 and a quarter. I'm at 12 and a quarter right here. Anybody at 12 and a half? 12 and a quarter going once. 12 and a half, 12,750 and now 13 and a quarter. 13 and a half, 13,750 and now 14. 14 and a quarter, 14 and a half, 14,750, 15,000, 15 and a quarter, 15 and a half. I've got 15 and a half. 15 and a half going once, twice. 15 and a half, 214. Backup bidder, what's your number there? I keep forgetting. 533. Anybody here for the last two on the page, 24 or 26? Anybody here for those two? On the next page, I've got a few circled. Let's go through the list. Do I have a bidder in the room for 7527 on bond? I have it circled. Is there a bidder here for that one? 7527. Let's open it up. 7527 on North Bond Street. Is it frozen or just not open? Oh, we have to reconnect here. Give us a second again. Gremlins. 7527. There it is. I need $4,300 for it. Where's my bidders? I saw cards a minute ago. Got it online. 4,300. 44 in the room. Anybody in the room want to give me 45? I've got 44 right here. What about online? 45?
Yes.
46. Now 47. 4,600 in the room. 47 online. 4,800. Now 49.
Yep.
5,000. Now 5,100. 5,000 in the room going once. Twice.
Yep.
51 online. Now 52 and 5,300. 52, 53, now 54. 5,500. 54 in the room.
Yep.
Now 56. 5,700. 56 going once. Twice. 57 in the back. Now 58 and 59. 59. 58, 59. Now 6,000. 6,100. 6,000 going once. Twice. 6,571. My backup bidder back there is 1058. You have a bidder in the room for 7528, 7529, 7530, 7531. My book has a circle around 7532. Is there a bidder here for that? Several. 7532, Ash Street. Rancher, mid-century, way at the back end of the lot. $3,500. Where's my, I got 35 right there. 36, 37, 38, 39, 39, 4,000, 4,100. Now 42, 43, 44, 45. I've got 4,400 with you. Anybody in the room want to give me 4,500? 44 going once. 45, now 46. 4,500 with you. Going once. Twice. 4,500, 278. My backup bidder, right behind him, what's that number? Backup bidder number? Backup bidder number. 599. Do I have a bidder in the room for 7533 on Stark? Anyway, in the back I got one. Let's open that one up. 2425 Stark. $1,500 is what I need for that one. I've got it in the back of the room. Anybody want to give me 1,600? 15 going once, twice. Sold that one to 174. What about 7534 on Carolina? Do we have a bidder here for that? Right over there. Let's open it up. 7534. It's going to need an overall rehab, but it's got good bones. $4,100. Do I have it right there? 4,100? 4,100. Now I got 42 in the back. Now 4,300. I got 42 back there going once, twice. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and now 5,000. 51. I've got $5,000 back there with you. Anybody at 5,100? 5,000 going once, twice. It's yours. 5,497. Backup bidder right here in the middle of the room is 1058. Do I have a bidder for 7535 in the house today? Let's open that one up. 7535 on State, 1919 State.
one driveway for two houses.
Shared driveway. $4,500 is what I'm looking for. 4,500 is what I got. Who wants to give me 46? $4,500 going once, twice. You're taking that one home. $10.59 at the minimum bid. We already sold 7536. Oh, do I have a bidder in the room for 7537? It's on Harrison. 7537. Bidders here for that? It's circled. I do not have a circle around 7538. 38? Let's go to 7538. On Oakley. $2,400. Not a horribly old roof. Looks to be in decent shape. $2,400, I got it right there. 25 down front, now 26, 27, 28, 29. $3,000, now 31, 32, 33, 34, 3,500, 36, 37. I've got $3,600 back there going once. 3,600 going twice. 3,600, I think it's 387. Backup bidder, 344. What about 7539 on Woodbridge? Let's open that one up. 7539. Lots of upgrading done here. You're just going to have to fine tune it. $5,200 I've got in the room. Anybody want to give me 53? 52 going once, twice. 53 over there, now 54 and 5,500. 56, 57, 58, 59. $6,000, now 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and $7,000. 71, 72, 73, 74, 7,500, 76. Are you all done? I got you on at 75. Anybody in the room at 7,600? 75 going once, twice. That one's all you. 757 at 7,500. My backup bidder is 746. Anybody in the room for 7540? We already sold 7541. Do I have a bidder for 7542? What about 7543? It's circled in my book. Is anybody here for 7543? Right there. Let's open that one up. 7543 on Holcomb. $9,300. I've got bid right there. Anybody in the room want to give me 94? 94, now 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and 10,000. How about 10 and a half? What about 11? 10,750. 10,750, 11 and a quarter. 11 and a half, 11,750. And now 12,000, 12 and a quarter. 12 and a half, 12,750. 13,000. 13. I've got 12,750 with you. Anybody at 13? 12,750 going once, twice. 12,750, 892. $522 is my backup bidder. Anybody in the room for 7544? Right down front. Open her up. 7544 is on J. $2,800 I've got right in the front row. Anybody want to give me 29? 28 going once, twice. You almost bought it. 29 right there. That was close. Now 3,000. 31, 32, 33, 34, $3,300 going once, twice, 3,300, 278. Backup bidder, 344. Well, what about 7545 on Stevens? Open it up. We've got a bidder in the back. 7545, Cape Cod. Needs a little bit of work. $3,600 I've got back there. Anybody there want to give me 37, 37, 38, 39, and 4,000, 41, 42, 43, 44, 4,500. 46, 47, 48, 49, $5,000. Now 51, 52, 5,300. I've got 53 down front. Anybody at 54? 53 going once, twice. 5,300, 533. Backup bidder, I think, is 834. Nope, 387. Where the hell did I get that from? I know we've got some bidders here for 7546 on Main. 7546. Little Cape Codder, $4,600. I've got 46, 47, 48, 49, and 5,000. 51, 52, 5,300, 54, 55, 56, 57, 56, 57, 58, 59, 6,000. 61, 62, 63, 64, 6,500, 66, 67, 68, 69, 7,000, 71, 72. I've got 7,200 in the front row. 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, $8,000. 81, 82, 83, $8,200 right down front. 83, 84, 85, 86. 87, 88, 88, 89, 9,000, 91, 91, 9,000 going once, 9,000 going twice, 9,892. My backup bidder, 533. What about 7547 on McGregor? 7547. Anybody here for that one today? On the next page, I've got two that are circled in my book. They are 7550 and 7555. The rest of them are not circled. We're going to read through them. If you want them, get your card up in the air when I shout out the number. 7548. 7549. Do I have a bidder here for 7550? Let's open it up. 7550 has some updates done. It's on ring. $4,700 I've got right here. Anybody at 4,800? 47 going once, twice. You bought it. 344. Anybody here for 7551? 7552? 7553? 7554? In the back, 7554 has a opening bid. 7554 on Niagara. I've got $2,500 back there. Anybody want to give me 26? $2,500 going once. Twice. It's yours. 348. Is that the bidder number? 387. Jeez. Do I have a bidder here for 75.55 today? In the back, let's open that one up. It's also on Niagara. Also had some updating done. $4,000 I've got in the back of the room. Anybody want to give me 4,100? 4,000 going once, twice. You bought it. Bidder number is 674 at the minimum. The last four on that page are not circled in my book. I'll read off the numbers. If you want them, let me know. 75.56. 57, 58. Let's open up 75.58 on homes. Some modernization done, $3,300. I've got it right there in the room. Anybody want to give me 34 over there? Now 3,500, 36, 37, 38, 39, 4,000, 4,100, now 42. I've got 41 with you. Anybody in the room at 4,200? 41 going once, twice. 4,100, 387. My backup bidder, 834. Anybody in the room for 75.59? On the next page, we already sold the one at the bottom. Other than that, I have two circled, and they are 63 and 67. We'll read off the numbers of the ones before them. If you like them, get your card in the air. Anybody here for 75.60? 75.61. 75.62. Let's open up 62. On Arthur. 75.62. It's had some updating done too. It needs a good visit. It needs a haircut. Weed whacker time. $3,100 I've got in the back of the room. Anybody want to give me 32? 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 35 back there. What about 36? $3,500 over there going once, twice. 3,500, 298. Backup bidder is 344. Do I have a bidder in the room for 75.63 on South Michigan? Anybody here for that one? 75.63. What about 64? 65. 66. My book says I have a bidder for 75.67. Is there one here? Right down front. Open it up. 75.67 on Bernie. It's got 2 or 3 extra sets of locks inside the front door, which means a bank has been through there before we got it. $4,000 I've got down here. 41, 42, 43, 44. I've got 4,300 with you. Anybody in the room at 4,400, 44, 45, 46, 47, 40. I got cards all over the room now. Let's play the card game again. Who wants to give me $5,000 for it? Put your card in the air and leave it there. 5,500, 6,000, 6,500. I've got you at 6,500 back there. Who wants to give me 66? Let's keep the teeter-totter going. 65, 66, 67. 67, don't talk to him, talk to me. I got 6,600 down front, going once. 67, 68, 69, 7,000, 7,100, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 7,700, 78. Tap Tim on you some, he's got piles of it. I got 7,400 back there. Anybody at 75? 74 going once, twice. 7,400, what's the bidder number? 7,400, 757. Backup bidder is 702, 702. Already sold the last one on that page. On the next page, is anybody here for 7569 today? We already sold number 70. I've got a circle in my book around 75, 71 on Oxford. Is there a bidder here for that one? A couple of them. Let's open it up. 75. Yeah, we already sold that, didn't we? Yep. Then where did I put a number in a wrong place here?
We had already sold 75,
Bernie,
67.
Bernie.
Oh, okay.
You wrote that down for 91.
Oh, I put it in 71, 91. Got it. Well, then it shouldn't be in here. 75, 71 on Oxford. $7,200 is what I'm looking for on that brick rancher right there. Yes, 1818 Oxford. $7,200. 72. Who wants to give me 75? 75. You want to give me 8,000? 85. 9,000? 9,000. 95. 10,000. 10 and a half. 11 and a half. 12 and a half. 13 and a half. 14 and a half. 15 and a half. 16 and a half. 17 and a half. 18 and a half. 19 and a half. 20,000. 20 and a half. 21 and a half. I bet you on at 21. Anybody in the room at 21,250? 21,250, anybody? Going once, twice. 21,881. My backup bidder is 522. Anybody in the room for 75, 72 on Borland? I've got some bidders here for 75, 73 according to my sheet. We'll just open that one up. 75, 73 on Osler. Boarded up and condemned. What more could you ask for? This would be a great place for your mother-in-law. Tell her you got her house, she'll never come back to town again. $5,900. Where's my bidders for this one at $5,900? I've got it right there. Anybody want to give me 6,000? 6,000. How about 6,500? Gonna give me 7,000? 7,500. 8. 76. We'll do it the slow, painful way. 77. 78. 79. Now 8,000. 8. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 9,000, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $10,000. 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 10 and a half, 10 and a half, 10,750. Now 11,000. Anybody in the room want to give me 11? I've got 10,750 right here. 10,750 going to 11,000. I wondered when you were going to wake up. The 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11,750, and now 12. How about 12 and a half? 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 17,750. I've got 17,500 going once. 17,500 going twice. 17,500, 533. Backup bidder, what's that number? 214. I should have some bidders in the room for 75, 74. Appears to have been used as multifamily perhaps in the past. Well, obviously it has. Take a look at that. It's got 2 front doors. Maybe somebody with schizophrenic lived there. We don't know. $3,900. 39. I got cards all over the place. Let's play the card game again. Hold your card up if they give you $4,000 for it. How about $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, and $10,000? I'm going to start with you at 10. 10 and a half, 11. 11 and a half, now 12. I've got 11 and a half with you. Anybody in the room at 12,000? Who wants 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half right there. Anybody want to give me 17,750? Anybody in the room at 17,750? 17,500 going once, twice. 17,533. My backup bidder, 438. Look at everybody leaving. It's like somebody pulled the drain out of the bath plug, out of the bathtub. That's usually the sign that the goodies are all gone. I'm going to be lonely. I see you every day. Anybody in the room for 75? A couple of them. Let's open that one up. Your competition all just left. Now you're getting the deals. 75. I need $2,700 for it. I got 27 right there. 3,000. You want to give me 3,500? How about 4,000? 4,500? 5,000? 4,600. I've got 45 right here. 46, 47. I've got 46, 47, 48, 4,800. I've got 47 with the lady over there going once. 48, 49, now 5,000, 51, now 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. I've got 5,600 right down front. Anybody at 5,700? 56 going once. 57 in the back, now 58. 57 back there going once. 57 in the back going twice. 58, 59. 59 in the back, I got 58 right up front. 58 going once, twice. Now 58 over there, 59. Now 6,000. 6,100. 62. 61 over there going once. 61 going twice. You bought it. 6,100. What's the bidder number? 6,100, 484. My backup bidder. 693. You have a bidder here for 75.76, all over the place. Let's play the card game on that one again really quickly here. 75.76 says $2,900. Who will give me 3,000? Put your card in the air. Who will give me 3,500? Let's do this. 35. You want to give me 4,000? How about 4,500? What about 5,000? 5,500? 56. I've got 55 right here. Anybody in the room want to give me $5,600? 5,500 going once. Twice. 5,500, 693. Backup bidder, over here, what's your number? Backup bidder. 743. Anybody in the room for 75.77? We're on to the last page. Don't forget, Christmas is coming. Nothing says I love you like a vacant lot in Saginaw at Christmas time. We have lots of them left here. I'm going to go down the list. Let me know what you want. Anybody here for 75.78? Let's open that one up. A couple of them. 75.78 is on Casimir. $4,700 I've got right there. Anybody want to give me 48? 48 back there, now 49 and 5,000. 51, 52. 5,300, I've got 5,200 with you. Anybody in the room at 53? $5,200 going once. 53 over there, now 54 and 5,500. 56, now 57, 58, 59, 6,000, 6,100. 6,000 with you, going once, twice. 61, 62, 63, 64, 6,500. 64, going once, twice. 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 6,800. Going once, twice. 6,800, what's your bidder number? 6,800, 288. Backup bidder in the corner back there is 865. Do I have a bidder in the room for 75.79 on Athens? Right there. Let's open that one up. 75.79, $3,600. There it is. 3,600 right there. Anybody want to give me 37? 37, 38, 39. 39, 4,000, 41, 42, 43, 44. 44, I've got 43 behind you. 44. I got 43 way in the back corner of the room. 4,300 back there going once, twice. 4,300, 865. My backup bidder over here was number, what was my backup bidder? Is 637. Anybody in the room for 7580? 7581. 7582, which 81. 7581 on Hosmer. $4,300. I've got it right there. Anybody in the room want to give me 44? 43 going once, twice. 4,300, 548. Anybody in the room for 7582? 7583, several of them. Let's open up 7583. Also on Hosmer, $2,800. I've got it there. Who wants to give me 3,000 for it? 3,000 right there. 31, 32. I got cards all over the place. Who wants to give me $3,500 for it? 35. You want to give me 4? How about 4,500? What about 5,000? Anybody at 5,000? Everybody's playing with their cards a minute ago. 4,500 right here. I need 46. 4,500 going once. 46, 47, 48, 49, and now 5,000. 5,100. 51. They're having a family conference. I got 5,000. 51, 52, 5,300. I've got 52 with you. Anybody in the room at 5,300? 52 going once, twice. 53, now 54, 55, 56, 57, 57. I've got 56 going once, twice. 5,600, bidder number again. 5,600, 548. Backup bidder number is 316. Anybody here for 7584? In the back, 7584. Let's open that one up. It's on Bancroft. 7584, $2,900. I need. That house is so small, so efficient, you can heat that with a flashlight. I got $2,900 in the back room or back row there. Anybody in the room want to give me 3,000? 3,000 over there. Now 31, 32, 33, 33. I've got 32 over there with him. 33, now 34, 33 going once, twice. $3,300, and the bidder number is $3,300,865. Backup bidder over there, what's your number? $834. Anybody here for $75.85? Open her up. $75.85 is on Perkins, $2,900. I've got 29 right there. Anybody want to give me 3,000? 2,900 going once. 3,000 with the lady, now 31. 32. 3,200. I've got 31 going once. Twice. 3,100, 387. Backup bidder 865, I think. Anybody here for 75.86? Let's open that one up. 75.86 is on South 16th. I've got a $2,700 bid right down front. Anybody want to? I got 28 back there, 2,900. Now 3,000, 31, 32, 33, 34, 3,500, 36. I've got 3,500 back there going once, twice, 3,500, 387. The backup bidder is gone. Anybody here for 75.87? Over there. Open it up. 75.87 on 400 North 19th Street. $3,200. It needs a little visit to the haircut too. I've got a bid right there of $3,200. Anybody in the room want to give me 33? 32 going once. 33 behind you. 34, 35, 36, 37. I've got 3,600 right there going once. 36 going twice. 3,600, 637. My backup bidder. What's his number before he takes off out the door? Backup bidder number is 288. Anybody here for 75.88? 75.89. 75.90. We already sold 75.91. What about 75.92? On the next page, it's the last page. We're going to sell most of what's on here. Anybody here for 75.93? What about 75.94? I have a circle around 75.95. Do I have bidders here for that? I have several. Let's open those up. 75.95. 75.95 is on Hampshire Street. It's got some updates that have been done to it. Nice quiet part of town. $3,700 I've got right there. And look at all the cards. You want to give me 4,000? How about $4,500? What about 5,000? 5,000? 5,500. 56, 57, 58, 59, 6,000, 61, 62. I've got $6,100 with the lady right here. 62 over there, 63, 64, 65. You gonna give me 7,000? How about 7,500? What about 8,000? What about 8,000 with you? 8,000. What about 8,500? How about 9,000? 9,500? 96. Anybody in the room want to give me 96? $9,500 going once. 96, 97, 98. 97 over here. 97 going once. 98, 99, and now $10,000. 10 and a quarter. 10 and a half. 10 and a quarter going once. Twice. 10 and a quarter, $797. Backup bidder, is 1066. I should have bidders here for 7596 on Auburn. Do I have bidders here for the one on Auburn? Let's open that one up. 7596 has kind of been let go. You can put it back together. $4,400. I've got there. 4,500 over there. Now 46, 47, 48, 49, 5,000, 51, 52, 52, 53, 54, 5,500, 56, 57, 58, 59, and $6,000. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, $7,000. 71, 72, 73, 74, 7,500, 76, I've got 75 with you. 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, $8,000. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, $9,000. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $10,000. She's all done. I've got you on at 10,000. Anybody at 10 and a quarter? 10,000 going once, twice, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 10, 750, 10, 750, 11,000, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 11, 750. I've got 11 and a half going once, twice, 11 and a half, number 520. My backup bidder is at 1066. 1066. Well, what about 7597 on Tarzan? Anybody here for 10 for 7597? What about 7598? Right there, 7598 on James. Watch out for the dog. $5,400 is what I need. I got it right there. Anybody in the room at 5,500? 54 going once, twice. 5,400, 893. $75.99 on Carter. And right there, I got somebody wants me to open it up. $75.99. $4,400. Anybody in the room want to give me 45? 45 over there, now 46, 4,700, 48, 49. Now 5,000, 51, 52, 53, 54, 5,500, 56, 57, 58, 59, 6,000, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, $7,000. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 8,000, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 9,000, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $10,000. 10 and a quarter. 10 and a quarter. I got 10,000 with you. 10,000 going once, twice. 10,000, number 1063. My backup bidder, what was that number? Number 335. $7,600. Do I have a bidder in the room for number 7,600? Way back there in the corner. Let's open that one up. On our nets, $2,400. I've got it back there. Anybody want to give me 25? 20, you bidding? 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, $3,000. You want to give me 3,500? What about 4,000? How about 4,500? 5,000, 5,500, 56. I've got you on at 5,500 right down front here. Anybody in the room want to give me 5,600? 5,500 right down front going once, twice. 56, she's back in. 57, 56 in the back of the room going once, twice. $5,600, $497. My backup bidder down in front, what's your number? Number 654. I have one more left according to my database, which is number 7610, which I assume is the bundle. I don't have the math in front of me. What's millions of dollars? Anybody want to buy one for millions of dollars and then pay to knock them all down on top of it? There's a line. Right over here is the line. I don't see anybody. Thanks for coming. We'll be in Grand Rapids tomorrow, Baldwin on Friday, and then I'm going to go fishing.
Can we go, I think you skipped over 7,500.
7,500? No, I remember opening that up because I remember selling 7,501. If I did, it's because I asked and nobody wanted them. There is no 7525. That's why I skipped it. Thanks for coming. Only is one by everything that's left. Yep. That doesn't pan out. And some people, we just get it back. If there's people buy a $200 house, we just get it back.
Let's spend all that money somewhere else now. No. Sorry, Steve.
So we're about 20 minutes.
We're done. You made more than you made more than Flint. Yeah, you had a very good year for Flint. Because recording is the law. I knew you had some decent stuff, but there weren't a lot of pieces going for minimum bid. So.
Last year was like this, but not like this.
I do think it's time for a bigger room.
Yeah.
I'll let
I
you
didn't
guys
like, I
start.
had like 20 people behind me. Like,
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, I don't like having people behind me.
And they're stepping over the pot. That's what happened.
Yeah,
Like the gate on Arby's. Yeah.
Was that this kid right back here? Who said something about a pregnant girl?
Yeah.
I wasn't real happy.
It's kind of like we can't really like sell them and the whole crowd's gone.
Actually, it was a
Well,
transposition.
you still have 14 more
We're
chances
okay.
left. 66 or 70. Well, the former owner didn't get it back. Oops. Were they here?
Yes.
Well, they quit early?